awful in everything else. Yeah, of course it's awful.
Into the grand final show for the second week of the Esports Tower Valorant Fall Rumble. Last week we brought you the action from the semifinals. We saw two teams qualify on opposite ends of the spectrum. The Landslides, who have been here over and over, looking for their 7th straight Rumble Championship events they have participated in, while the Tsunamis are in their first ever Rumble, looking to win for the first time. I am Michael Fish Fisher. Joining me to call all of the action is Brandon Red Hots Koziancic. And Red Hots, We're starting off with Ascent, which is a map we saw both these teams play last week. How do you think they're going to handle map 1 of the Grand Finals being on a map, something that they're very familiar with?
I think both teams are honestly looking pretty good in Ascent comparatively what they used to be. At least we haven't seen Tsunamis beforehand, but it seems like Tsunamis played the map pretty well, and I will say Landslides comparatively to their last time they were in the Rumble with kind of like they seemed to have evolved a bit, right? They had a lot more mid plays, they had a lot more coordination plays through either B sites and stuff like that, the market, and so I would love to see how much this has evolved for both teams and see how they end up playing both sides of the strategy for this map.
Well, the Tsunamis definitely have their work cut out for them. Not only are they in their first ever Rumble, making it to the Grand Finals, which is already very impressive, they're going up against the Landslides team looking for their 7th championship, who have never lost a Rumble event. Every Grand Finals has been a 2-0. 6 2-0s on the Landslides records. We'll see if somehow the Tsunamis can force us, let alone to a game 3. Even if they pull off a win would be impressive because the Landslides have never lost in a Rumble event. Absolutely crazy. Here's the bracket. Here is how we got here. We saw the Landslides take down last week's Rumble's champion, the Infernos. The Landslides, of course, took that Rumble off, kind of resetting their mental, getting back from vacation. We saw the Tsunamis with a fantastic game against the Quakes. Landslides handled the Monsoons, and now we are ready to go for game 1 of our Grand Finals. As we mentioned, it is going to be on Ascent. Everything probably favors the Landslides right now because they have dominated on this map. We have seen them 13-1, 13-2 teams in the Grand Finals. So maybe we can help out the Tsunamis a little bit. We can throw them 2 Doc's keys of the game, give them some kind of advice to be able to help out against this incredibly stacked Landslide squad, and that is focus angles and flank, know your win conditions, count cards and call abilities, and make sure you are able to get the job done. I don't think you want to put Shells on cam, but maybe Mr. Memphi. He is definitely one of the players you got to watch out for. It's all presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. It's Ascent, it's Tsunamis and Landslides and Red Hots. We talk about it all the time. Landslides struggle with the pistol round, so if the Tsunamis win first round of the Grand Finals, should they get that hype because it's kind of like the Landslides' weakest round?
I think they should still. I think pistol round's a super momentum round where like you start with pistols, and I mean pistols is really fun because it's like one of the true like first rounds where everything's even on the playing field. There's no ults, everyone like has certain utility, and so I think it's honestly the most fun round. And I think if you win pistol round, you should be hyped. You get ready to go to the bonus round, and other than that, like you can try fun things. So I always enjoy the pistol round at least.
Well, let's kick this off. It is the Grand Finals for Week 2. Tsunamis taking on the Landslides on Ascent. Will we see a new Rumble champion for the 2nd week in a row, or will the Landslides win their 7th Rumble? Again, the Landslides have never lost a Rumble event since we went to this new format. That is how dominant this team has been. They are undefeated. They've both looked great on their road to the finals. We expect some exciting games here, and we are ready to kick things off in Ascent here. As we said, our undisputed champions facing off a brand new roster. We can take a look here at some of the picks with the Landslides on the left and the Tsunami on the right.
Wow, Tsunamis have 4 locked in already. That was quick.
That is confidence.
They're like, all right, guys, pick what you already, and then we go from there,
Kind of interesting. Okay, then the Landslides are just messing around. I was like,
yeah.
They're going to have that. Prestige is insane on that Sky. Mr. Memphi's insane on the Jet. I don't know. I mean, Zed Evans, a free agent they picked up this week, a very talented player in his own right. I don't know if the Brimstone really fits this team comp. He had some issues last week kind of smoking off sight lines for his teammates and kind of, slowing the game down on that pick.
Yeah, and now they're hovering the Breach, so I wonder if they're going to go with more of an initiator type in terms of, like, to figure out the Sky. The one thing I will say, though, is I think Sova is extremely good on this map, and I think forfeiting the Sova is going to hurt it quite a bit. He has so many lineups in this map to get information, especially the Recon Drone and the Hunter's Fury as well, to stop those KJ ults. And if you don't have a Sova, it's like you kind of play with a lot of missed knowledge, kind of something like that. You have to like basically play off of smokes and kind of just what happens. And it's one thing that's pretty interesting is I don't think you see it much, but they are stacking basically double initiator. They have the Sky and they have the Breach, so you have double flashes, you have the Concuss, you have everything, you have the Dog. And I think that is a lot in terms of utility-wise. So they must be practiced with this, though. So I kind of want to see how they end up using this double flash system, right?
The Sova that you mentioned is an interesting one because usually we see Snazzy for the Landslides on that Sova. This time he's on the Omen. which is a very, very interesting choice. I guess the Landslide's very just confident in their abilities, so we'll see here as they're going to start out defending. Meanwhile, it is an almost all B push for the Tsunamis over there, so the rest of the two members of the Landslides on B got to be careful.
Yeah, they're going with the Sova drone. Obviously, KJ is most likely always going to be playing this B site here.
Snazzy does take care of that recon bull. Oh, nice trade.
Yeah. Blinds his own teammate, I think. Happens. It happens.
Looks like they're just kind of slow rolling this. We're going to get an engagement. No, Solix with another one.
Spike down, B.
Oh, nice shot there from Prestige. Prestige had a great week last week, so
very aggressive on that Sky last week. Yeah,
I think Prestige in the Sky is just a fantastic pick all around. No charges. Snazzy had the lineup there, but it was kind of a hard shot in terms of reaction time right in the corner. Does get one down. Oh, right when they reload.
All up to the Killjoy here on the Tsunamis with absolutely no health. Snazzy's just going to throw down the smoke, kind of walk away.
So hopefully they can get plant down just for that extra eco. But Snazzy's just kind of holding this corner still, and they have not planted yet. Honestly, this is the best scenario here. It's probably a 1v1 scenario here, if they can get it. Oh, and, oh yeah, they're 5 HP.
Yeah, the 5 HP, if they had pulled that off, I would have just given the Tsunamis the crown at that point. 5 HP in a 1v2, I don't think you're pulling that off. So, hey, we talked about the Landslide struggling the pistol round, and they kind of dominated that one.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I think ever since this whole tournament here, when Landslides came back from their vacation, they've done a fantastic job since they made a lot of progress. So, it seems like pistol rounds is one of them.
One thing that we did notice for the Landslides that was an interesting one is usually we're going to see Mr. Memphi on that jet. He's going to eco because he wants to rush that op as hard as possible. So, I only saw a couple members on the Landslides really pick up non-pistols. You see Memphi still has that Sheriff. Yes,
it's very common for jets just to go Sheriff upgrade with no armor rather than everyone else should be going like Spectres and stuff like that. Obviously, they just want the operator, right? Yes, the Spectre here does get a nice shot. Ooh. Great jump peek, I guess. The right click, that works out.
Formal's got himself a double kill over on A Prestige with this Guardian. Couple of shots, make it 3 kills. Can he find 4? Yes, he can. Does finally get taken out by Formal, though. He's on a 3-kill streak of their own, but Snazzy and Solix with the better guns just end up coming out on top.
I honestly really enjoy the Guardian bind. I don't think people do it enough. Because it's like, okay, if your second round, if you win it, you're going to bonus, and most likely you're not going to upgrade your weapons anyways. And if you lose it, you're going to have to save the next round as well. And so I think the Guardian's actually a really good weapon that people don't end up using as much. Because it is a lot cheaper ever since they basically reduced the cost some time ago.
And we see Prestige. This is part of the reason why the Landslides dominated last week is that Seeker Ultimate already online on round 3. And there's really no reason not just to shove it. Interesting, he did actually drop the Guardian, maybe pass it to a teammate. He just has a Sheriff now.
Yeah, I wonder if someone had enough probably for armor. That's my guess, is they kind of just went with the full armor buy and then swap that out. So they're going for the B push once again. They have guns now comparatively to Landslides who are just going off of that bonus round. The Seekers are out.
Seekers should give him plenty of information. Prestige and, Jet both going to face off against each other. Prestige gets a recon bolt as well, throws out the flash. Don't know if it landed on anyone. Snazzy with a nice little trade there.
Still the utility out, but they are at a massive gun advantage. So they can get some kills here. It's really good on the side of Landslides. Seekers also coming out from Tsunamis here.
Nice shock dart there. Formal's on a 3-piece. The Sky's absolutely popping off for both teams. And it feels like the Landslides maybe got a bit too cocky there. Up 2-0, and you still saw at least 2 members just still rocking Sheriffs.
Yeah, and I will say that was a great job, like shooting through the wall there to get that kill, because it's a good spot that people usually just kind of fire through to see if it works. And honestly, they just kind of work together to get that kill there. But it seems like it's going to be a pretty hard round here for Landslides to defend. But it's a good spot that Solexic is in.
Does get flashed out. Sova's going to blind check it. The spray through on Omen. That allows Memphi to rotate over. He immediately does get taken out. 2-on-1.
With 8 seconds left.
Should still get the plant down. Yeah, they are.
If he can get a gun from the people he got, it'd be pretty nice. See if he can check this corner here for Formal.
Kawar with the nice crosshair placement. Yeah, I don't know why this Landslides. I don't understand why both Sky and Jet opted to just have Sheriffs.
I think it was more so they just kind of wanted to have the money or things to say like that. I will say, though, that was actually a great round from Landslides. They only had the bonus weapons of those Sheriffs and Spectres and stuff like that, but they ended up killing like 3 Tsunamis down, so that was actually a huge round for them.
We did see Memphi rush the op, as you and I were talking about. So if he gets value out of it, I mean, maybe that Sheriff hold was worth it, but Dog gives away, I think, 2 or 3 there for Prestige. Gonna try and flash, maybe grab that alt orb for Seekers.
Ooh, very aggressive play for Prestige.
That was what he did a ton last week, mainly with the op, which you and I, of course, had some fun with. But
he doesn't have too much utility this round, though. He only had 1 flash. He doesn't have Dog, so it seems like Eco's a little out of whack right now. It seems so for the Landslides.
Ooh, we do see that.
Ooh, Sova Dart does catch him out there.
Zed Evans does get taken out. Memphi has to dash away with the operator.
This is when the Sova kind of starts taking effect, though, because Sova's taking those, these sights. It's hard to kind of hide away from him, because if you hide away from him, he's going to find the angles that you are hiding in, right? So
Solix can't find the spray. Now it's a 5-on-2. Memphi's got the op up in heaven right next to his teammate, trying to get a peek down onto somebody. He's just barely going to see that Killjoy. Ends up hiding behind those boxes.
Oh, nice shot there from Mr. Memphi.
So he can get another one on the rotation behind them. He cannot. They dodge the flash, though. They'll get blinded. I feel like if you bought this up, you got to hold here, right?
Yeah, I think you should probably just save. I mean, the operator is so expensive and stuff, and they saved a lot of rounds for it. So I think you have to end up saving at least 1 for this. And the thing is, that's a weird thing, though, is just last when they had Sheriffs and stuff, in this round, Prestige bought a Vandal, but he didn't have full utility. So I don't know what's happening with their eco in terms of why they're so down in terms of because they didn't buy the the round beforehand. So yeah, their eco is quite down right now. If Tsunamis, honestly, Tsunamis, even if they lose this round, will have enough eco to buy next round. So Tsunamis is in a good spot eco-wise. Landslides, they basically only have this op here. So maybe a couple cheese kills would be nice for them. I don't see basically a favorable round here for the Landslides upcoming.
Yeah, they need Memphi to get a pick onto Kawar right here.
Just like that.
That is one.
Even got the headshot.
Everybody else pushed it through B, so it's going to be a little harder to get value with that op, but he can definitely try. Oh, aggressive peek from Memphi, but they didn't know Solix was there.
Oh, got caught with the teleport out. Memphi is coming in here, playing a very aggro angle. They do the Sky utility coming out here. If Memphi can get a couple kills here, this is pretty good here, but he only has 1 bullet left in this operator here.
Got Prestige there. Oh, barely misses.
Zed Evans got the plume kill.
Prestige got one with the Sheriff. Wow, okay.
Wow. That is huge for Landslides now, getting guns here, and now don't have to use all of their eco. I don't truly know. Kind of went on that round. It was like Jet went in on the Tsunami side, got flash. Solex was in the corner, got him. They kind of just sat there and was like, all right, guys, who's going? And no one ended up going. So, but hey, I mean, Landslides will take it, right? So I think if you're not going to be decisive and stuff like that, I think Landslides is going to take advantage of that for sure.
Yeah, I think the Tsunamis kind of got baited by the 4 ops, or an op and 4 pistols. I'm like, oh, this will be an easy round, and it's a great Brian Solix in a fantastic location. Here comes the B push once again.
Yes, there comes the Killjoy. I wonder if they're going to counter Killjoy here.
I would expect so, right?
I do got to be kind of careful, though, because they do have the Hunter's Fury there from the side of Tsunamis. Oh, my. Oh, I thought this was. Okay, we're good. That always throws me off. I don't know why. Okay, Hunter's Fury coming out here. I'm guessing they're going to destroy that.
Yep, they're able to take that one out.
As expected there.
Solix trying to get some spray.
Tsunamis has a good setup for this post-plant this time compared to last time around.
I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think anyone knew Kawar was there. The dog missed him. Nice teleport from Snazzy. He's able to pick up 1. Still 3 on site, though.
Yeah, so they do have a 1v3 scenario here, and they're going to go down. Seems like that's what Tsunamis wanted to do last round, but ended up not obviously working. But that was a phenomenal round for the Tsunamis. Killjoy ult, they got sight. They held sight fantastically. They weren't playing any aggressive angles for some really bad trades and stuff like that.
I didn't see when Memphis got taken out. That was the one I was looking for, because that op really, he gets sprayed down by Kawar. I don't think anyone knew Kawar was right outside of mid-market. That was a great spot to be.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's a fantastic post-plant right there as well. Just they had the multiple angles and stuff. They weren't peeking, so it's really hard to actually end up taking that round when that's in question. Oh, great here peek from Memphis, but they do not get any, unfortunately.
Did hear the knives were popped.
Also took a significant amount of damage.
Thought by the Tsunamis, but now there's no knives online.
Seekers coming out here for Tsunamis.
Oh, Kawar hiding back there. Aji able to get the first one onto Snazzy. Memphis does pick up
shock
one.
dart.
Oh, nice Marshall here from Solix. Makes it a 3-on-3.
Yeah, seems like they have 2v3 now. They do have Omen ult, but it seems like they're going to go for this rotate here since they do know that they are on site. Which I like. I like a lot of these times where if you're attacking, you don't actually always have to commit to a site. You can get there, get a couple picks, you get the numbers advantage. Okay, let's reset to a different site that they're not set up utility-wise in and take the advantage there.
Yeah, you can just see how slow the land sides have to play because they have no idea where the Tsunamis are. So you get a free plant, you get free control. Oh, flash.
Oh, nice. That's phenomenally played there by Prestige. They do have a kind of an interesting scenario here since it seems like Tsunamis are... Oh, they have a 1v2 scenario here if they can make this happen.
They splitting off. I think they're trying to... Oh, nice pick there. One-on-one. Tabernacus back in the boathouse.
Oh, he does hit him with the drone.
Oh, nice shoot from Solix.
He said, you can see me, but I am also waiting for you as well.
I'll give you the advantage. I don't need it.
Yeah, that was a great great play from Solix there. Honestly, Tsunamis had a great try there, but it turns out they ultimately kind of fell short a little bit. Solix had some great aim play right there as well.
I don't know how Prestige died to Jet. Did he not know he was there? Because as you mentioned, that should have been an easy one.
I honestly think he just had a good angle where they could peek and see one of them, whereas Solix couldn't see him.
Gotcha.
And so they kind of just took that scenario, and that's honestly well played by him, especially just kind of playing that angle. But yeah, that was a phenomenal job. Honestly, that's a huge pick there to make it a 1v1, even though it did kind of fall short for them, unfortunately.
I think the other thing that I saw is the Seekers did come out from Prestige, but I don't think it actually gave away Jet's position.
Yeah, not really.
So it kind of, you know, the Seekers did not help him out. Oh, Prestige is going to get a great pick onto Kawar here.
Oh.
Just missed the shot. Goes for the blind.
I like this here from Tsunamis. I think mid is very important on this map, so I'm glad they're trying to take mid. Kex can get another pick here. Oh, a little ADS there from Solix.
Let's get smoked. Zed Evans now going to peek.
Oh, nice
sprays
flash.
the corner. Great start to this round for the landslide.
Phenomenal play going all around here. They're using some good utility and using their advantage.
They do have the knives, I believe, for Memphis as well, and we do see that the Jet for the Tsunamis is low HP. This feels like it should be quite the easy round here for the landslides, but as I say that, Memphis loses to Jet before Zed Evans gets the trade.
Does trade it back indeed. So they have a 3v2 scenario here. Omen ult has been up. I don't know how they're going to use this or if they're going to use this, and they're using it right now.
Just going to teleport right onto B and get that plant because they know nobody's there.
Absolutely. Solix is going to have this angle, though, on the Sova. And, yep, they're going to take that one down.
Great job by Prestige helping out there. 1-on-3. They do get the plant down at least.
Oh, nice shot there from Prestige. Honestly, this
Guardian's working out for him.
Yeah, I mean, Guardian, I really like the weapon. I just think, you know, sometimes people just don't use it enough. I mean, granted, it's not as good as the other weapons, but I think for the price it is a phenomenal at what it does.
It's just the landside, I mean, they've struggled a bit more than we're used to seeing in some of our finals, but I mean, those last few rounds feel like this is what happens. Is teams a ton of times have gotten like 7-7 at the half, 6-6, and then the landslides just absolutely pop off. So I think the second half is really the side of the map I want to watch here. Because so far, I mean, it's been pretty even, but the landslides feel like they have the distinct advantage, even though their gun choices and their eco choices have been a very interesting so far. Yeah, and it seems like landslides is now pretty ahead in terms of that department here. Tsunamis is going to be on a save round here. They have some ops. They got full Vandals and Phantoms here. A close shot there from Mr. Memphis. Oh my gosh. Haskell has been doing a fantastic job of these first blood picks on these rounds. It seems like every round he is getting the first pick every single time. Yeah, and most of the time it's out-dueling Mr. Memphis. Formal gets a great pick as well.
Wow, Tsunami's is eco right now. These guys' sheriffs are doing phenomenal.
Oh, I don't know. Formal ends up getting taken out. Prestige wastes the Hawk on them.
Oh, they do have the op now. Forgot about that as well.
They are forced to use the Defender Killjoy for the landslides there to just force them off A.
Oh, nice shot there. That was quite greedy there from Kexton. I'm not going to lie. Looking for that post-smoke play after a Killjoy ult has gone down.
Well, Tabernakis with the Sheriff. Now it's all up to Prestige. Well, shock darts come out. Does dodge them both. Gonna push.
Ooh, I like this play. Doesn't really know. I don't think he saw him there. Oh.
Cannot miss those shots.
Oh, nice shot there. But they do have Killjoy Molly set up here.
Oh, the
Most likely playing for lineups here, so.
Just going to stick it.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
What a great lineup there.
Yeah,
for
say
Kawar.
they're throwing the lineups from there. They're not leaving them there. They're just straight throwing them over the wall.
That was fantastic by Kawar.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really hard to play with, right? Because, I mean, the one thing that kind of sucked is Prestige used the Seekers there, but it's like you already knew where they were.
Yeah.
Because the only angle that can come from in terms of the Molly, I don't know if they saw it the first time, of course, but the only angle it could come from was right across from, you know, where A was. So, kind of sucks they don't have Seekers now, but, I mean, it's always worth a try to get that last round. And, honestly, a very close game here so far, back and forth here from the landslides and Tsunamis.
And my guess would be Prestige didn't expect the Killjoy lineups and thought he'd fake the plant, the Seekers would get the stun, he could either stick it or go out and get a kill.
Yeah, or if it was a second one, I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, the Sheriffs this game have been the best gunplay of the match so far.
Feels like whatever team has more Sheriffs has actually won the round.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way indeed, where, you know, hey, if you know you got a Sheriff, you get that one opportunity to get that one tap, that's making you play a little better. They do have the Rolling Thunder queued up here, but let's see how they end up playing with it.
So far, it's been pretty slow after that first pick. Everybody's on B. Tabernakis going to go for the plant. Does get stopped. Double kill for Jet
The
there.
Rolling Thunder did go off.
The Rolling Thunder went off. Zed Evans gets 2 before he gets taken out. Now it's a 1v2 for Memphis. Maybe he can catch him in plant.
Spike planted.
Ooh, this is going to be a tough peek. Don't think he knows the Jet is right.
Got the Sheriff power, though. Oh my god, can you imagine?
If he had pulled that off.
That would have been absolutely insane.
That line, I was very close as well. I didn't quite see. We got a good chance to look at it maybe here in the replay. It's a great little two-piece here we're going to see from Zed Evans as well.
Yeah.
Stopping the plant. These teams have been very evenly matched. Not something I expected. We see Zed Evans gets 1, drops down, gets another peek in hell before he gets taken out. I did not expect this to be as close match as it is. Huge shout out to the Tsunamis.
And honestly, I think both teams are kind of adapting to each other as well. It seems that like Tsunamis is kind of like, okay, well the slow play B sometimes isn't working well for us, but we're also going to change it up with some fast play on a first like rush of sight and stuff like that. So it kind of has been kind of paying off, but also, you know, both teams have been going at it. Landsides is on eco here. They're stacking the site more so than normal, and I always kind of like those plays. Hunter's Fury coming out here.
Don't even think they needed it, really. Memphis gets 1 before he has to retreat. Yeah, I don't even know where the Hunter's Fury went.
It was just, you know, showing some dominance.
I know a couple Seekers hit, but I think those blades died before the Hunter's Fury could even come out.
Oh, that was tragic for Zed Evan. Trying to get concussed there, and then Kexton just kind of peeks from the corner and just gets him while he has the utility out, which is always a pretty sad way to die. Pretty unfortunate.
Memphis in a 1-on-3, does get blinded.
Good smoke there.
Oh, nice peek. Kawar was right on the other side of mid-market.
They had all 3 angles kind of covered. They had 1 market, 1 spawn, and they also had 1 on site, so they made sure that they had everything covered so they could not lose that round at any cost.
So far, this has been a very close game 1 of the grand finals, potentially going to the switch at 6-6, depending on who wins this round.
Yeah, I think Landslide's ecoed last round, so now they have everything they need, so should be pretty even playing field for both teams for this round here.
Both knives are up. You have the Omen teleport for the Landslides versus the Killjoy that we'll most likely see for the Tsunami. Except either third Killjoy ult of the half, I believe, for Kawar, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty great job in this half so far. Also, oh, there it is.
Just immediately throwing it down.
And they have no Hunter's Fury to actually counter it, so it's kind of hard. They have like basically nothing to actually counteract.
Oh,
this
look what they're doing.
here.
They're actually all going A. They're just using the Killjoy to just buy time.
Oh, they have the single Killjoy there and they're rotating. I like that play a lot there. You just bait him with the Killjoy ult and you just kind of rotate over where they don't expect you. And now they basically have the post-plant defense all set up as much as they possibly wanted. Oh, Memphi gets another pick there on Quar. That's a huge pick there. So since last time, they don't have the lineups now available for the Killjoy.
Memphi looking for another one. Does get it onto Aji. Oh, nice ping from Zed Evans up in heaven. Formal gets a pick onto Prestige. That is huge. Oh. Nice job by Tabernakis. Solix does get
I think they might have Shocktar lineups, but I don't think they can. Oh, wow.
Nice
Great job there. Actually, I think he's just having the Shock Dart just like direct impacts, but once again, Landside's plays to honestly phenomenal that round. It seemed like everything kind of worked in their favor when it, you know, at first it was kind of like, uh-oh, they got baited into the Killjoy ult.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love that strategy. I mean, it really has to be a shout out to Memphi. I think he got 2 kills in what was basically a 1v5, and then Zed Evan and the rest of the team was able to take over in heaven. If Memphi doesn't get those 2 kills, it's a totally different story. I love the play from these Tsunamis, though. It's such a great, hey, we're just going to Killjoy B and run over to A and see if they can't, you know, if they fall for it.
Yeah, they got a lot of things up their sleeve, it seems like, indeed. So they're not always kind of just doing the same thing and kind of falling into an autopilot kind of state of mind, which is nice. They always have new things, and they're kind of going for it. It's okay. It's Solix, we didn't see that. There we go. Sometimes it just happens. I will say Landside's had some good attacks last week for these rounds here, and I kind of see they switched up in the meantime. It seems like both Skies have been playing this kind of A site very aggressive with these, you know, just flashes for themselves and peacing out.
That's a great job by Formal getting the kill. I think the biggest thing that I have for the Landsides this half is what they're going to do with their eco, especially on Memphi and Prestige, because we saw in the start of this map, they won the first 2 rounds, and then they kind of ecoed to hold Sheriffs because Memphi wanted to rush an op round 4. That is what I'm going to have my eyes on, especially if they lose this second pistol round. I'm curious if we'll see Memphi kind of hard eco as he gets 1 before he gets traded out into another op.
Yeah. And so far we have a 3v4 scenario here for Landsides versus Tsunami. Landsides does have a spike, so honestly they're kind of at a disadvantage in terms of numbers-wise, but it seems like a lot of utility has been used.
Do a Formal at 22 HP.
Oh, Aji, no, oh, nice shot there.
He's in a 1v3 now. Gonna have to peek Tabernakis.
Peeked back and forth. Now he's gonna wait for his team to come get him down. Oh, nice jump headshot. Oh, okay, reverses it.
It was a great jump headshot. As you said, you just didn't actually kill him, and Tabernakis just said, okay, try it again.
See, I imagine sometimes with right clicks, you just kind of close your eyes and just press it a couple times, and then sometimes it's just kind of see whose works.
You just kind of see if you hear the, you know, enemy eliminated sound go off. Like, oh, okay, it worked.
Absolutely. He jumped, but guess what? He didn't get the full headshots. Sometimes you just get the 1 headshot and the 2 body shots, and it doesn't end up being enough.
They did have, as you mentioned, they had Kawar rotating over. I don't know if Prestige would have won that without
I do not think so, because he was getting lit from that interaction there. So.
Ooh, Formal's going to peek, I think,
again.
3 members.
Oh, my gosh.
Gets 1 again.
I don't know if that's truly worth it there, because he is dropping a gun for the enemy team at that spot there. So I don't know how you feel about that play overall.
He ends up taking out his counterpart in that mid.
I was just kind of just sitting there waiting to see what they end up kind of doing on the side of Landsides. Seems they are rotating to that mid and kind of almost doing something similar to last round. But there's that Spectre. That just shows you the Spectre makes a difference there. Spectre ends up getting that kill because they got the kill from the Sky push at the beginning. And honestly, just kind of a really aggressive play, and they're counteracting there. Great shot there on the side of Tabernakis.
Oh, Zed Evans going to peek him. Prestige going for the plant. It's all up to Aji. Yeah, I think you're right. Formal got the 1 trade, but it gave the Spectre over to the Landsides, and that made almost all the difference.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to think about it, right? Especially when you're defending, especially a game like Valorant, for the most part, like numbers advantage is so huge, and that's why usually if you're defending and you end up getting a 1 for 2 and something like that, it's huge for your team because that basically evens the playing field or more on your side. Because if you're, I mean, obviously think about it, right? if you're attacking, it's better to have numbers, but also when you're retaking, numbers kind of matter because obviously defense can turn to a retake or attack siding for the post spike plant. And so I think losing numbers like that, especially on a round where you're bonusing and the enemy's not, you don't want to just give over those free guns, even if it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, the Tsunami's going to get forced to eco here again. You see the Landslides have a couple of guns they picked up along the way. Solix getting the first one. Ooh, nobody's going to see Formal. I don't know if the dog does see Tabernakis. Mr. Memphi was almost dead, but Formal with the double with the frenzy. Throws out the blind, but not in time.
Yeah, kind of just got timed right there by Solix as he just kind of pushed him as soon as he was having that blind out. So kind of easy trade there, but 3v2 here scenario.
Solix on a three-piece.
Kawar is there. If he sits there long enough, they don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they have an idea. Oh, Memphi had no idea. You're right. They totally forgot.
Oh.
Just not enough firepower with that Sheriff, but a great pick there at the end.
Honestly, great round, I think, from Tsunamis. But I think Landslides kind of did a more so of a like half upgrade. They had a lot of Bulldogs and stuff like that, so it seemed like they kind of did like some half buys and stuff like that, or like an eco buy, I guess. If that's a
I know the one Bulldog was from Kawar. That was just
a
pickup from last round. I think they just did a good job of capitalizing on.
Oh, they had some Vandals actually. Never mind, they had guns.
The economy that the Tsunamis gave them.
Landslides had guns, but now Tsunamis does 8-7 here in the favor of Landslides. But these rounds have been very close here. You have Seekers coming from Formal up if he doesn't be using it. Kexkin does get a great opening pick.
Do not know if we talk all the time about Memphi going for that op. I do not know if Memphi had grabbed one.
I don't think so, but Kexkin got one now, and he said, hey, look at my toy.
Kexkin's like, hey, you're not the only jet that can op. Now, everybody's scared to go mid for the Landslides with good reason.
Yeah, I mean, they got to be really careful about the op now. But, I mean, they do have the Omen, so you just got to make sure you smoke those off. But the problem is if you smoke those off, you don't have your smokes for on site. Ooh, Kawara has a great little spot here. Does get one and runs away. Great job there.
Killjoy did come down, but as you mentioned, everyone should be able to hide. Tabernakis gets a great pick.
Yeah, 4v2 here. Landslides is not looking too good for them. Oh, they did hit him, but it seems like they're not pushing him out here. And it should just be a stomp here, yeah. And that is a flawless round for Tsunamis. Just picks all around, and seems like the Killjoy ult was
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they Killjoy ulted, but it seemed like it was kind of far back than usual, and so it didn't cover too much. Whereas they could basically just got the pick and just ran to safety, and they didn't take on site there. They kind of, I think it was kind of like a miscommunication, or they didn't all commit, it seems like. Because it seemed like kind of, you know, some were far back, and then it was like a, you know, 2v2, and then people died, and so then 2v2 came again, and so.
Yeah, no, you're totally right, because it felt like nobody pushed into the Killjoy ult. It just kind of was like, it was there, somebody got picked, Kawar ran away. We see Tabernakis trying to spray through B with the Odin. It's going to scare everybody off. There still is an op in mid, by the way.
Seekers coming out for the side of Landslides.
Yes. Tsunamis do have Seekers of their own if they want to use them.
Oh, misses the knives there.
Kawar even picks off Memphi. Kind of punishes all those missed knives.
Yep. Great, honestly, phenomenal trades here from Tsunami. I like their kind of defensive style where someone else has kind of always got that angle that they're holding as well.
Oh, Formal with a nice pick
on
to Snazzy,
that's tragic.
Prestige trades it back. Here comes the Odin and the op.
Does get okay, 1-for-1 scenario here. They does not have knives. I like this play here. I always like when people go for the gun more so than the, oh, nice dash.
Wow.
Wow. Kexkin's playing phenomenal right now.
Kexkin is absolutely cracked.
I mean, has a really close op shot there when he goes around the corner, so it's kind of hard to hit that. Hits that, knows immediately it's a 1v1, so he drops the op for the Phantom there, and then the instant dash as soon as he hears the audible cue of the breach to get out of it, and honestly gets a kill. That was a great play from Kexkin there.
Another look at it here. Yeah, picks off Prestige. While
Headshots.
Oh, yeah, I mean, probably while Prestige is firing. If Prestige had got a good spray transfer, would have taken him out. He's at that dash right there and just another headshot.
Yeah, I mean, wow. That was a great play. Now he has knives. He's going to be holding this mid here. I'm pretty sure that was Landside's buy round. Or no, it seems like Landside's does have some buys this round as well, but they had a Spectre in there, so.
And nobody's going to challenge mid. You can see they're thinking about it, but unless they get an Omen smoke, that is just guaranteed death. You hear the op shot go off, and then Kexton's going to run away on the screen.
No one down yet. Formal, I think Formal really wants to peek the Seer spot. He might just do a Seekers kind of play here, but oh, wow, nice flick right there from Kexton.
Kexton has absolutely taken over this second half. 4 Tsunamis, looking to make it 10-8 here.
I would say even the first half, Kexton did a phenomenal job getting those first bloods in the first half for those attacks for the pivotal rounds they won.
Seekers do come out. Looks like we are going to get an A rotation from the landslides. See if they're able to pick off. It looks like Killjoy and Aji are over there right now.
Should be walking to him right now. Let's see what ends up happening.
Oh, Kawar's got a great angle. Oh, no.
Oh, and Haji kind of peeks at the same time. This is what I'm kind of talking about, Fish, for these Tsunami plays, right? A lot of these guys are holding angles, but they're holding both of the same angle so that when one gets one and kind of gets out of the way, the other one can hold the same angle, and it's hard to actually get both of them without at least trading multiples. I really enjoy that. It seems like Tsunamis has some great practice for that in terms of leading up to this.
Yeah, it was basically a 4-on-2.
Yeah.
And they absolutely came out on top. Double kill for Kawar, double kill for Aji. And now if you're the landslides, you probably have to eco this round.
Yep.
And you get a bye potentially at 11-8.
Unless they win this round right now. The Sheriff, you never know. The Sheriffs have been kind of coming out in force.
We have seen some insane Sheriffs. I'd say there's probably 3 or 4 rounds tonight where going in, you're like, okay, that team's favored because the other team's ecoing. And the ecoing team has won. Solix gets a great pick. Aji does take out Memphi, though. Trying to spray through.
Aji's looking pretty low now here.
Ooh, Formal looking for that blind, was not able to find it. Solix now on a triple kill, trying to will his team back into this one. Here come the knives.
Oh, he's pushing through.
Right into the Killjoy.
Oh.
Immediately grounded.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know about that one.
That's when the jet mine takes over sometimes. Sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, let me go for the clip. Which I respect, by the way.
It's totally, you know, you're already 4v2, you have an op, and you're going into a Killjoy. Why not just to look up, try for a knife pick, and then run away?
Yeah, try to catch him off guard. Oh, you know, I have Killjoy ult. There's no way he's going to push me. And next thing you know, you hear him, you know, a little double jump.
We have seen the Jets go absolutely wild. And they are actually, this is something that you and I talked a bit about, they're actually going to give that op they picked up over to Prestige on the Sky, not to Memphi on the Jet.
Yeah, this is something I don't know if it's like, okay, Memphi, oh, he has it now. He has it back now.
Oh, they gave it back to him? Yeah. Okay. I was just like, well, I mean, we saw that a couple times last week.
We did, yeah.
Memphi has been struggling. They are going to be an op in the mid.
Oh, close. Something does. Oh, nice job from Mr. Memphi. Just keep shooting after you get flashed.
I think they gave the op back to Prestige, actually. At the very end. This Tabernacus gets 2 before he gets taken out. So it is a 3-on-3. Killjoy very low for the landslides.
Spike planted.
You get the spike down, though. Aji's probably looking maybe for a teleport. Oh, Prestige with 1.
I think they have an angle here. Oh, great flash there. Okay, nice. Wow.
Saw him barely.
They do have some utility here. I think he's going to use ult for some information here. Does get popped instantly, so you couldn't see. That's a great job. Ooh, they have 1v2 now. Ooh. A little bit of miscommunication there from Aji and Kexton.
Oh, I don't think.
Oh,
yeah,
he does take it, though. Close round there from both teams. That was a crazy back and forth there, but it does seem like Tsunamis does come back and win the round.
Oh.
Up.
Oh, you got it. I thought he was going to flub the op.
See, the thing is, though, is you always know in comms, like, as soon as you are done, like, you win the round, it's like you're halfway through the bomb, and all you hear is, like, the jet player just like, yo, op.
Exactly.
And then, like, the people who don't ping where it is and stuff, and there's like, oh, behind you to your left. And it's like, okay, well, like, where's that, dude? But he did get it.
You couldn't have died.
I would get it for Kexton, too, honestly.
It was a great job by Kexton. Had the op, as soon as Prestige got taken out, switched to the Vandal, knowing that why would I want to go into a 2-on-1 with the op? It was a miscommunication. Aji ended up kind of redeeming him, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Kexton with the op in mid.
That's what I'm saying. If Kexton said, give me my op, I'd be like, all right, yeah, no problem, man.
I got you.
I got you. I'll find a way.
I mean, that just shuts down everything the landslides want to do.
Kawara has a good setup here. He's doing a phenomenal job here. They do have Rolling Thunder coming in. Does get a turret kill.
Kawara's still alive.
Okay. some back and forth going on here. I always remember that breach change how it hits twice now, like the plumage thing.
I'm just impressed Kawar's alive.
Kawar has like he is a little like almost like a sewer rat, not in a bad way. Like he's everywhere in this like in these corners on the site. He'll like kind of pop out. He'll say hi to you, and then he'll just kill one and then go around the corner.
Exactly.
I don't know the pipes.
I don't know how he lived through the Rolling Thunder. Didn't even die.
He got a turret kill.
A turret kill while concussed. Just dodging bullets. Oh, this is not a good spot to be.
Texkin's like, yo, you know, mid's open, guys. Go
hey,
for
just
it.
look mid. I'm not here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's in spawn.
Okay. Spectator view.
That always scares me.
Like,
Sometimes the X-ray vision, you know,
where is he peeking?
confuses you.
Are,
Formal, they're just sitting in spawn.
Are they holding?
I mean,
are they holding for match point because they already know they have guns and realize they can't afford to eco?
yeah,
on 12-9?
that's my guess. Is they save here and then just play for the 12?
Yeah,
overtime?
It has to be.
Yeah.
Formal could absolutely either shut this down with a great pick here.
Oh, he blinded himself. Tragic. Oh, uses both
another one?
utility? Oh.
Worth it at that point.
Yeah, I mean, they have the eco, right? As long as the A, okay.
Yeah, he has the eco, and I mean, if you win that, you probably guarantee the Tsunamis win this map.
Yeah, I still think Landslide, for the most part, is quite low on the eco level. Actually, no, when you see them on the map, it seems like they all have guns.
Yeah, it looks like everyone does have guns. They don't have any alts, though. They are going to go into a Killjoy alt and a Sova alt. I don't know how close anyone is.
On the defensive side, so hopefully they can use it before they end up getting picked off here. Kexkin has been doing a great job getting picks here, so they kind of need that for them to start this round. Seems like the jet knives are out as well.
Memphi, I think, did get the alt orb there towards A.
They're kind of doing the same thing they did last time with the... Oh!
Ooh.
Does give him to 50, which is pretty good. I think he lost all of his knives, if I want to remember correctly.
This is so scary, too.
Yo, imagine if he just hits his last knife right there.
Ooh, the dash up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, are you going to go for that? Now
you kind of waste your dash there, so you kind of lose some of your aggression, but...
Memphi's got a knife still.
Okay, now I think that was the last one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was the last one. Does get sprayed down by the Odin and Tabernakis.
Haji does get one, does get picked instead. They're kind of holding this mid down. They do have Hunter's Fury and stuff. I hope they kind of hit a dart here and just instantly Hunter's Fury.
No, they're just going to go for the Odin spray with the Hunter's Fury instead.
I guess they're going to wait for plant-wise, but if he dies here, it'd be kind of tragic for not using that. Nice, let's get another one. Ooh, Prestige said, I'm not done yet.
The two-piece to keep the team alive. Kawar's going to...
Ooh.
Prestige get the angle here?
Oh, my gosh. Yo, Prestige said, yo, let me win the round, guys. Don't worry about it. Oh, my gosh.
In what could be on match point.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge play to come back into this game here. Prestige just walked through mid, by the way. I don't think he actually ended up using that much utility. I think he just straight up won every gunfight with sheer willpower.
Yeah, Prestige is like, I got a double kill in mid.
This is the crazy play, right? Because if he loses this, basically it's a 1v2. They have Killjoy ult and the round's over, but he just egos and wins it.
Did he? Yeah, no utility. He doesn't even care about utility.
That's what he's just like. He's feeling it at that point. And I gotta respect that. When you're playing your game, you gotta play a little more aggressive than you usually do to kind of win these rounds here. They need him on land sides to get something going, and that's exactly what they did.
Ooh, they did see one with the dog. Great job, everybody else, kind of predicting that.
Form was one away from Seekers, so if they do end up kind of pushing and he gets that one pick, he can go from that. The Odin could go crazy here. He does have Hunter's Fury here. I kind of wish that he'd use it.
Oh, Formal gets one. Now Formal's
there it is, yep.
The Seekers.
The one into the Seekers. A lot of CC going on.
Memphi picks it off. Prestige with another one to make it a 4-on-3.
Prestige holding W key and just walking through.
Tabernac is back in Boathouse with the O just holding left click. Prestige going to peek him. That is huge. They do finally concuss him. Ed Evans able to get the kill. So now a 2-on-2. Here comes Kexkin with the up.
He's got 3 points ready for his knives already. He just used them like last round or 2 rounds ago. Okay. They're going for the... Yeah, they should just defend this here. That is kind of a scary spot because I think you can actually shoot through that maybe. Oh,
yep, Memphi
he shoots
sees it.
There. Oh, nice shot there from Kexkin. 1v2 scenario here. Breach, I think, has basically little to no utility except for the concuss probably came back up, and that's about it.
Gonna try and peek out here.
He's on the gun.
The Odin gave him away.
Yeah, the Odin actually ended up hurting him.
The Odin gave it away. That's the worst, especially when you see that replay. You're like, wow.
He's like, all right, I'm sneaking.
I'm coming in. Oh, man, that is insane. The Tsunami's doing something no team has ever done before, and that is win a game off the landslides. Going at it alone can only get you so far. If you want to level up your chance of success, you have to increase your TV skills. We saw that from the Tsunamis. A couple rounds where maybe they forgot, but absolutely the team play led them to doing something no team's ever done before. That is take a game off the landslides in the grand finals. You can see how talented this team is in their first ever Rumble. Esports Tower really takes time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I'd like to do a shout out to the coaches, and if you're watching, you haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs yet, you should. It's the fast track to rank up. And honestly, I did not expect that. That was a fantastic game one of our grand finals, though, Red Hot's absolutely insane for the Tsunamis. The battle back, almost lost it there on a couple clutch plays from Prestige and Solix, but at the end of the day, Tsunamis get it done, and they're now one game away from handing the Landslides their first ever grand finals loss.
Yeah, I mean, it was honestly a back and forth there because I think we ended the half at 6-6 and kind of started there. It was looking kind of back and forth that second round, but I think Kexkin did a phenomenal job kind of on that defense along with, I forgot the name. Anyways, but they did a great job on the defense there. I think, once again, Tsunamis did a fantastic job playing team play with multiple angles having it. So no matter what they did, they'd always at least trade 1-for-1 in those scenarios. And they kind of just finished it off. And I think Landslides kind of have their competition for this series now.
Yeah, I would love maybe to see kind of, there's a couple times at the start where the Landslides are up 2-0, a couple of questionable rounds. Maybe they just thought they had it made in the shade against the Tsunamis. It's impossible to say, but the Tsunamis are now one game away from winning a Rumble, the first time ever in this format when the Landslides are a part of it. Can they get it done on Game 2, or can the Landslides send us to what would be our first ever Game 3 in the Grand Finals? You don't want to go anywhere. There is crazy stuff going down here in Week 2 of the Valorant Rumble for Esports Tower. You don't want to miss it. Game 2 coming up after this break.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
into this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. And for the first time ever in our grand finals, the Landslides are facing elimination. Tsunamis with a fantastic 13-9 win on Ascent. Looking for what might be the biggest upset ever. Fish and Red Hots here calling all the action. We are going on to Bind. And Red Hots, here's my question for you. Who has more pressure on them right now? Is the Tsunamis, the new team in their first ever Rumble, potentially 13 rounds away from pulling off maybe the biggest upset we've seen? Or is the Landslides, because this is the first time they've ever had to face adversity?
I think the Landslides, honestly, are going to come back with this match fighting pretty hard here. I think last game was definitely pretty close, and I think the Landslides have been working a lot of things. I think that can kind of spark it up sometimes to kind of be like, okay, guys, what did we actually work on? How did we do this? And make sure that you kind of go back to ground zero in terms of stuff like where, hey, we're more comfortable with this. And so I would like to see kind of that coming through. I think the no Sova was actually a pretty big deal in terms of both teams there. Sova has so much utility on that map with the recon drone, the Hunter's Fury, and then the recon dart, whereas they didn't have that. And so I think I'd kind of like to see that coming back there for the Landslides. But other than that, I think they can bring it back here. Tsunami is playing pretty well, though, so they can also take this map as well.
Before we get into game two, though, we do want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from their clubs, because there is a ton of scholarship money being thrown around that you will see on the screen here over the last 3 months. Esports Tower Club members have received over $1.2 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but have worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities that these players are getting. This is an absolute ton of money. And once again, just a reminder, if you're watching and you have not checked out the Esports Tower Clubs and you want to work on a path to collegiate esports, this is the place to be. Almost $1.3 million in esports scholarships just over the last 3 months. And I'm sure when these 10 players that we're watching here in our grand finals are up for scholarships, they're going to get even more as well. But overall, cannot wait to see what's going to happen here on Bind. I mean, specifically for the Landslides, is there any advice you have for them, Red Hots? I know you said you were thinking they were going to come out really strong here and potentially pick the Sova. Is there any other advice? Because they seemed to start really, really fast, and then they seemed kind of off there in those middle rounds, and especially in that second half. They kind of got dominated.
It seems like a lot of the time where if it wasn't Prestige kind of like going through and egoing through and, you know, blasting them down, I think the one thing was it kind of seemed like they were always spread out. It didn't seem like they were on the same page a lot of the time. I think they seemed a little bit more communicating, whereas like Tsunamis did in the defense, for example. There's a lot of rounds I think they could have won, but ended up kind of not winning, where you can just kind of play more together and at least communicate more, right? I think that's the biggest thing is I think communication in a game like this is always kind of just make sure that you know you're on the same page rather than just assuming you're on the same page a lot of the time.
Well, let's hop into game number 2. Tsunamis and Landslides on Bind. The Tsunamis looked impressive in their game 1 win. Very strong for a new team. As I said, the Landslides never dropped a game in the final before, so this is going to be a first for them. See how they respond on Bind. Landslides maybe bounce back, tie the series at 1-1, and the Tsunamis could win their first ever Rumble. We see here same sides, Landslides on the left, and we see the Tsunamis on the right here, and the Tsunamis waste no time. They have full locked in the exact same comp they ran on Ascent.
The one thing I will say is I think Astra and Viper are very strong on this map. We see a lot of people play those kind of characters on Bind. The Omen is coming out from Aji. I'm guessing that's more of a comfort pick coming from the side of that. But I think the Astra or the Viper on the side of the Landslides could be pretty big here.
They have locked in the Reyna.
That was quick.
Yeah, that was.
Memphis said, yeah, walk me Reyna, I'm good.
You know, Jet's not my thing. We'll lock in. Everything else, I'm assuming they're not going to swap here. Prestige, I would have to assume it's going to be on the Sky. Solix will lock in the Sage. Yeah, there's everything
Zedev's a Cypher player, so.
Yeah, Zedev is a great Cypher player. We've seen him dominate in previous Rumbles on B site alone on Bind.
The crazy thing is last time he actually played a little bit of A site. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
he
I
had
do
a lot
remember
of those weird kind of angles, and he plays with that Odin sometimes from from U-Haul. And he'll kind of just sit there, and he knows the lineups for crosshair-wise, and he has his traps and stuff. It's actually pretty fun to watch, so I'd love to see if he can do that again on the side of defending for the Landslides.
I'm very curious. We have not seen Solix on the Sage very often. Usually it's the Killjoy player, and I mean we talked about Prestige. I actually think Solix was the top fragger for the Landslides, so to put him on a new agent when you're on match point is at least a new agent to us. I have no idea what they've been practicing.
Yep.
It's a very interesting decision. I would have thought they would have said, you're really good on Killjoy. You were our top fragger last game, even though Prestige was just ego challenging everyone in the second half. interesting choice to put him on the Sage.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Solix has really good gunplay, I think, a lot of the time. And I think a lot of times, sometimes they'll put the people who have really solid like fundamentals in game, like gunplay on Sage. Because a lot of it is you put your utility down, and then you basically just have your weapon, and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the Killjoy, you kind of have like your mollies, you got your turrets and stuff like that. So, also Sage is really good in this map. She has a lot of wall scenarios, especially for attack and defense for the bomb sites or the spike sites, where you can kind of just take off a lot of that area.
Which is interesting because I believe last week was when on the Killjoy we saw Solix basically using other team Sage walls as his own personal boost.
Yeah. He was all up those. Maybe he thought, well, I can do that with my own wall this time, like this.
Nice headshot onto Kawar. A little battle comes out there early on.
Maybe that's what inspired him to play Sage.
He's like, I want to.
He's like, yo, this is kind of fun. I can just jump over this.
Ooh, Memphi and Kexkin.
Oh, Memphi said, I'm ready for you.
That's a huge win, I think, just emotionally for Memphi. Nice pick by Formal there onto Zed Evan.
3v3 scenario here.
Memphi can maybe peek out of the smoke. They know he's there.
Oh, I think the blind hit him.
Ooh, Haji gets taken down by Solix, who rotated over. There's Prestige with the double headshot.
Yeah, I mean, Prestige ended the round in style, and honestly, that was a good round from Landsides. I like how they kind of... Memphi did kind of restrain himself. He got the pick and kind of didn't peek again once he got the blind, and kind of sat there and holding that side angle so they couldn't just full push in. And I like that play from the Landsides. Showing a little bit more restraint in from last game.
No, you're totally right. That's something else the Landsides have struggled with at times, is they are all hold W. I mean, Prestige is still just holding W and jamming out, but I think it's a great restraint, as you said, by Memphi. Oh, this is going to be an interesting challenge over in Bath. Think the blind. Oh, he did land on somebody.
That audible Q is so absolutely not balanced. But it's okay. He does know now.
Is that recon?
He's probably looking for pop flash here, peek. Ooh, I like that. They both stood around the corner here. Kexkin. Oh, they do get concussed. Oh, doesn't get the headshot, though.
Great job by Prestige holding it down 1v2. Tabernac is still over there, though. Is going to maybe be able to pick up that alt orb.
Zed Evans got his setups. He's ready to go.
He just doesn't have the Prestige gets another headshot on the Tabernacus in Bass. That probably shuts down everything they want to do. They're now going to rotate over towards Beast. It's just Snazzy over there. Peeks out. Formal does see him, but not in time. Snazzy gets one. Aji gets forced away with that great Astra smoke.
Did he not see the tripwire there? Or can he not shoot it? Oh, wow. He's just holding that corner from Solix there. It's like,
I thought it looked like he's very obvious that he saw it. Snazzy just going to run into Hookah and just say, you know what, that's fine. I'll take care of that. And
a phenomenal round there. The nice thing is they don't really have to kind of save up for that operator on the jet anymore. I think they kind of just play with that Reyna a little bit more, so they can go with those like full set of 5 Spectres in terms of stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I think that is the one thing that I would assume probably the Landsides definitely discussed in between our games was, hey, Memphi, maybe let's go away from the jet. Let's go away from the op shove because it's just not working out. And that shows great restraint as a team. I know Memphi has been told by the coaches that it is one of the IGLs, maybe the IGL for the Landsides. So that shows great restraint to say, hey, you know what? It's not working. Let me get on a Reyna. Something we haven't seen in a while from Memphi. And so far, pretty strong. We see an all-out B push come here from Tsunamis and Solix. Look for a bit of a flank on this Sage.
Prestige just honestly going I honestly think he's like having his moment where he's just over everything and he's just like, all right, I'm going for everything. Not that he's tilted at his team. I think he's just like, yo, I'm better than this. I can just take everyone out.
There's Solix with a great roam, able to take out Formal. Tabernacus does eventually get it in a 1-for-1, but now you can see they're panicking. They're looking behind them. There's nobody there. They're already seeing ghosts.
Yeah, Tabernacus does have a kind of a flank here on this opportunity, but it looks like they actually are aware of it now, especially after the Seekers are out.
Ooh, Snazzy. No,
great shot.
Snazzy killed Aji behind Tabernacus. That feels bad when your teammate, I didn't even know Aji was there until I saw the kill feed.
I hope he was aiming at Tabernacus too. That's my favorite.
That is, Aji's just like, really? Like, oh, Memphi's they know he's there.
Yeah, they definitely heard him. He has one flash left here, but can he time it where he opens it up? Okay, yep, takes one. They're both shooting through, hoping it works.
Wow.
He didn't have to look from behind him, so let's go try. Memphi just said, TP, I'm here, and then just sat there, so that's kind of interesting.
He's just 5-0 through 3 rounds.
Evan holding that Ares if you didn't see. So I'm guessing he's just kind of holding his A site, and he is not letting anyone through.
Yeah, he is just saying, you know what? Nobody's going to get
I'll be
through.
here, guys.
Memphis, Solix, Prestige, you guys go push into their spawn. I'm just chilling. He's still on A spawn, and the defender's already won the round. He doesn't even move.
That's because A site's his.
Yeah,
he doesn't move.
Nobody's getting into his A.
Evan is like, all right, guys, I need Ares and Odin, and I will be A. You guys can rotate. I'm fine. I'll be here.
If you get picked off on your lurk, I'll be right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Memphis trying to peek in Bath.
Oh, see his angle? He's just sitting in U-Haul. He doesn't actually peek.
He has his cameras for that.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to do anything.
He is the security room.
Take out this. Ooh, Memphis with a nice pick there.
Yeah,
on the
Memphis. If I recall, I think Memphis does a fantastic job of holding these bathrooms, but Labernakis does kind of retaliate with a sheriff option here.
He's had some great sheriff play from both these
Yeah, I'll
teams.
say the sheriffs, they've been kind of working on this. It seems like they've been doing a fantastic job there.
Double flash does come out.
This is going to be a really hard take here from Tsunamis. They have a lot of utility, but they don't really have the guns and stuff, and it seems like they are mostly out of utility. So Solix gets Aji there. And the Ares is just flying away. I don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere.
You can just hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. That Evan does not move. He doesn't finally get taken out by Formal.
Yeah, they kind of throw it around here.
How did Formal get
Labernakis
over to
is really
U-Haul?
low.
30 seconds left.
I don't know.
He might actually wall banged him with a sheriff. They throw out the Seekers.
2v2 here.
I like the B push. I do think they heard the teleport though, so they all know they are rotating
Kawara
over.
had the lineups last time on the map, but this is a very greedy play here. When they have double molly up, they have 2 utilities here. I'd like to see the KJ to kind of use it to stall rather than anything, but okay, 1v1. Oh, that was actually very close to being very bad, but Prestige once again
He's just
coming in with a gunplay.
I've never seen a man 1v9 in Valorant before. I feel like that's what I'm watching right now.
And it's not that his team is necessarily doing bad, but I feel like he's just like, I'll entry, I'll get them, then just be right there if you need me.
I do think that had Kawar just held that angle with the Sheriff and showed a bit more trigger discipline, he probably could have gotten both the peak and had a better chance.
Or just set up the mollies, I think.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have the lineups, I think you just setting up the mollies to at least like have them think about it is a good idea. Memphis also going here with the operator.
Say you praise how we wouldn't rush the op on the Reyna, and we still have an operator.
Well, I think it's more so like Jet is more so you're saving everything for an op, whereas Reyna's like, okay, well now I have the money to get an op. Sure, I'll buy it.
It's a great pick by Kawar on the
You have the option, right? So that's what I think.
They're going to get into that U-Haul. Oh,
Zed Evan, that's not an Odin.
He's in shambles. People have taken his A site.
They haven't taken it yet. They think they have. They haven't destroyed his camera yet. There it is. Okay.
He's 1v4 right now. Snazzy's looking for a great flank.
So
on
now they can
Ben.
just hold this bathroom as they can. Oh, shoot.
Shoot. Shot. Nope. Zed Evan gets the shot through the double smoke.
There.
That's an all shoot. Oh, nice shot there from Memphis. Oh, great.
Picked off.
Labernakis, yeah. Retaliate right there.
2 in U-Haul, 1 in Bass. Oh, Prestige has a huge flank on Tabernakis. And
Yo, dude.
Come on, Snazzy.
Okay, I guess.
I wanted to see the knife kill.
There's no way to knife them.
The heck, I had no idea.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If people ever go for knife kills, it actually tilts me so hard. You just lose. Like imagine if he just turns around, like, you just die.
We have seen
and
them
you don't
go.
just die. You just die for nothing. Like that was just a free kill that you gave up.
Well, this is a freebie.
He would have knifed him. He was gonna get him. He's not that player. Prestige is the whole W. I'm winning the round. All right.
They did not actually go back and grab the op from Memphis though.
No, he has it.
Or maybe they did.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yes.
I didn't see anyone ever go back to heaven for it.
I think it was so close that someone maybe just got it. I don't know.
I do want to see the
Oh.
landslides. Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, that's tragic. It's okay. He has another chance here. He doesn't have a dash to get out this time, though. Oh, great shock dart.
Prestige is just going to
Nice.
take his kills. Memphis does get taken out, though.
Yeah, he's one away from Secrets here. If he can get this one kill here, I think he actually can take this here. Oh, nice job.
Oh, the dog.
Oh, the dog, not the flash.
Oh, he just get the revive, though.
They're going to shoot through. Oh, my gosh. Great job.
Abernakis now has the off, though, has to reload.
What a crazy round.
Was a great. I talked about. I was questioning Solix on the stage. He played that perfectly.
Yeah.
Puts the wall down. Knows they're gonna spray through. Just gets an easy kill.
I'm telling you, I swear from last week, like after having those timings and plays, he's like, dude, I can play Sage in this map. Like Sage is fun.
Look at this.
Like he's just ready to go. Like he literally shot the moment that wall went down. And the res. I do respect Sages that don't just like hold the res and he like actively is thinking about the res. Granted, it is annoying when your teammate's like, yo, res me. But like I think he was ready for that moment there.
That time we did officially let the op die though.
Oh, Memphis is playing the other side here. Oh, he didn't peek. Which I like. I think it's worth it when you're up 6-0 to kind of just play a little more laid back sometimes, unless you have the flash and stuff. But oh, you see that right there?
I did not.
Solex is playing on top of his wall here on A, short just like that, and caught him off guard.
Solix is a big fan of his wall.
This is the one thing I will say though, is I think Astra is too good on this map, or Viper, to play it rather than Omen. I don't think Omen gets as much value on this map as an Astra or a whatchamacallit.
I do like the Astra
Viper.
wall just because it actually gets used. We saw, oh, Solix just checks it. Immediately knows they're there. Audrey just get the blind. They're kind of playing peekaboo in that wall. He didn't see him.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Oh my goodness.
Adji's like, dude, can I please, man?
I want to find somebody.
Solix now pushing out here.
Kexton has
I think
nice.
Gun? Yep.
Yeah, nice pick there.
He's 3. Oh, imagine ace.
Zed Evans is rotating to A. He is not going to let that happen on his side. He is running over
He was
there.
rotating off though.
Oh, he could get a great angle from on the Bass.
30 seconds left.
Okay, he's going to bathroom, which is interesting. How he kind of like, maybe he's trying to fake like he's going somewhere else.
Was he gonna see him?
But he has Cypher camera. Cypher's just gonna. Ooh, okay.
There's a tripwire there though, right in front of Bath.
Yeah.
So they will know.
Snazzy is a little low.
Caught one. 10 seconds
Okay,
left.
they got the trigger. Yeah.
Looking on the camera, trying to find Kexkin.
They do have a 1v2 here. Looks like in scenarios. Yeah.
They run out of time to plan anyway.
Honestly, I mean, I like the thought there, but the thing was kind of weird. Was like I don't know why you don't just plant right away and just kind of get the better positioning, right? Because he just like hasn't got the pick, and then went to bathroom and then kind of just like let them reset. Or sorry, Kexkin.
Yeah, he just like, okay, just go reset.
Yeah, but I think he had maybe he just didn't know where they were. So I mean, you know, it's just a lot of foresight. So.
Well, we were talking about how the landslides would respond after losing their first ever match. How about 7-0?
Yeah, not close.
No.
I'm sorry, Solek just doing the exact same thing again.
Ooh, that's a nice pick by Formal
Yeah.
in the hookah.
They have the Seekers coming out here. Astra does have the smokes out here. Prestige. They're going pretty hard. Oh, does get the suck on him. Nice.
One. Formal is planting.
Takes 2.
Spike planted.
Snazzy should be able to peek this. Does have a couple of angles he's got to watch for, though.
Oh, wow. Great job. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Okay. Snazzy said, guys, I got it. Don't worry.
Prestige was...
I like the play, though. See, the thing I do like, though, is I like how he didn't just sit in the open there. He knew someone was garden area most likely, and the thing is, if he walks there, he gets the double-sided where, like, he gets the double angle of how he can get flanked from garden. And he just held W all the way through and said, I'll find you instead, and I really enjoy that kind of, like, play style there.
It's a great double kill here
Yeah.
from Prestige. Yeah, then as you said, Snazzy knows there's somebody over there and just says, well, I just got to
going.
go.
Yep.
It's a great pick. Mid blind out. Always
Yeah,
getting
fantastic
continuity.
shot, honestly. I mean, it's 8-0 now at this point in terms of landslides. Seems like they are quite locked in. Solex has been moving his wall every round and now is standing on top of it. So I like that, though. It's kind of like a it's almost like the jet op kind of philosophy where it's like you kind of switch it up every round, so it's kind of hard. And like Sage is actually really annoying when you play those different angles because people don't look at those traditional angles. They always look down or up right here. This is pretty sick too.
Yeah, this is a great angle. They just did for a
Ooh, doesn't
moment
get blind.
see it. Nice blind. Memphis gets the first kill on the Kawar,
Gets
make it 2. Trying to spray through the Cypher cage. Nobody's there. Looks like there's one in Bath. Couple over towards mid.
Okay, no one's there now, it seems like. I like the Phantoms, by the way. I think Phantoms are more so better. Oh, that's tragic
One enemy
that he got
remaining.
the heal.
Flawless.
Memphis surviving through the knives. I mean, what advice do you give to the Tsunamis? It doesn't feel like they're making bad plays. It just feels like the landslides have kind of just, activated here in game 2. I mean, it just feels like the landslides are making every single play they need to make.
Well, it seems like they kind of need to spread them thin. I mean, obviously it's a lot hard to do it when you're in game, but I think if they can kind of spread out thin, kind of bait somewhere else, and then look for that after that. It seems like this A side is really hard to take with Solix and Zed Evan just sitting there with all their setups and stuff. So they need to use a little bit more utility, I think, and just kind of look for a big play here. I think they can go for like a B rush since they know they don't have too much utility over here on the B side.
There is going to be a B rush as you predicted, Red Hot, or maybe.
Although Astra can stop that quite well. I mean, Astra is a huge just annoyance in this map, in a good way.
Hunter Fury comes out. They did land a recon. Ooh, Tabernacle
got him.
Does get Memphis. It's an attack. Killjoy coming out as well. Seeker. Haji had nothing he could do. He's probably going to get caught. Just kind of sends it. Snazzy might not make it out either.
Oh wow, through the smoke. Honestly, 1v2 here.
Yeah, still a 1v2 in the landslide's favor despite all of that. Now
1v1 here.
Tabernakis versus Solix.
He's fairly healthy too, so got a lot of going on here. Oh, and Solix ends up taking the round. He's like, oh, I need to res. Just kidding, we have a lot of money. It's 10-0.
Does not need to res for guns. We've seen that in the past, which is not a bad play when it's a close game.
But you have a lot of money on the side of landslides.
Yeah, you have a.
That was a close one from Tsunamis. I mean.
And they did exactly what you said. You rush B. They got a great recon dart into a Hunter's Fury kill onto Memphis.
Honestly, at this point, they should honestly, I think, almost play for a bait for Prestige or something like that. He gets pretty aggressive in this hookah lounge area. And, I mean, he's just pushing through them. And so if they can kind of play off that and, have 1 or 2 over there, maybe they can make something happen.
Landed blind onto Kekskin down in Bath.
He's dogging from safe distance this time.
Scout destroyed.
Let's get taken out. So they know there's somebody in Bath and are going to give up that Altor. Oh, Prestige could have a fantastic angle. He's able to.
Does Evan have his Odin back yet?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Keep going for Vandal. I do not
I mean, it's good. It's just, kind of missed the through the wall spray kind of thing going on.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, he can come out with an op and try and spray through the wall at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see game 1 coming. I did not see this coming either, though. This is insane.
I mean, going from a 6-6 first half on Ascent to like a, what, it was like 9-13, I think?
Yeah, 13-9.
Which is pretty close overall.
Yeah,
to a 11-0. Each round has, I think the last round was our closest round with 1-to-1, like a 1-on-1. But other than that, every round has been an absolute just stomp. I don't think Cypher's even used his ult this entire game yet.
Nope.
I don't think Empress has been used yet.
Nope.
They don't even need to. I think by the time they even have the thought of it, the round's over.
It's just been high action, too.
There's a dash. I like that.
Dash. I do
Oh,
think
nice smoke here for Solix, too. They're actually countering him, although he's just sticking in it, which I like.
We do hit the Seekers come out. Astrowall will also kind of split the map in half.
He's had some fantastic Astrowalls this game.
Ooh, Solix looking for a
So
flank.
doesn't get a good one down, so she's at Evan. Oh, nice.
There's one Solix. There's 2. Formal just barely denying that one. Snazzy should know where they are. Does get
Oh,
blinded,
nice
though.
peek there for Kekskin. The Empress is going now. Does get 1.
2-on-2 here. And Prestige will use the dog. Immediately finds Formal.
Last player
There.
Oh!
enemy remaining.
That was close.
1-on-1 here with Tabernakis.
The enhanced reload. If he just plays time here, he should be fine.
Takes defuse.
Nice.
Oh, through the box. Should be able to get it here,
I think he
too.
gets it.
Oh
my gosh.
2 seconds.
I was really confident at first, too, but like, as it kind of got on, I was like,
Switching
yes.
sides.
But I was like, he might get it. Like, no, he's got it. I was like, are you sure, man? Like,
You
that is
gotta be confident. If you're confident, you get it.
Oh, this is a great spray, too. I'll pick you off.
Absolutely.
He could not take another bullet because if he takes one more bullet, he doesn't get this defuse.
Actually true, yeah. I didn't think about that.
I think we're going to have our first ever Game 3.
I mean, that is true.
I think.
I think.
I don't want to call it yet,
I don't think I've
but
ever seen a perfect game. Like, genuinely.
I don't think so. I think we've seen 13 ones, but I don't think we've ever seen a perfect game in the esports tower.
So Tsunamis is like, all right, guys, if we're going to lose, take this one.
Yeah, this is the map to
Take
get
the one.
13-0'd on, potentially, is game 2, when you already won game 1.
Because, I mean, you know, 13-1, 13-0 is a big difference there. And it seems like they're kind of doing a split, or they're just going to be.
It's the pistol round, so everything is even. Oh, Zed Evan. Nice trade there for Prestige. They're just slamming down B. There's a nice lurk coming out. I believe that's from Formal.
Oh, Memphis does get one as well, though, and you said nope.
Formal's going to come through hookah here and potentially get a nice flank. As good a flank you can get in the pistol round, at least. I do think he missed a couple shots. Now he does take out Zed.
Wow.
There's a headshot.
Nice shot.
1-on-3 here for Formal to deny the perfect game.
Okay, 1v2. Oh,
missed
wow.
Attackers win.
Yeah.
13-0.
I don't take out.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, we're going to a game 3. If you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers that join the club. Esports Power players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to explore exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. As we mentioned, $1.2 million in collegiate scholarships given out to Esports Tower players. What do you take away from that game heading into game 3, Red Hots? Because game 1 was super close, and then that was the first ever perfect game we've seen on stream.
I mean, I think Landslides was like, yo, I think that was a little bit of a fluke the game before because, I mean, 13-0 is no easy feat on its own. I mean, you can stomp people in games, you know, like 13-3s, 13-5s, stuff like that, but it was straight up 13-0. They didn't lose a round. There was like maybe 1 to 2 close rounds in terms of like 1v1 scenarios, but other than that, it was all just absolutely mega stomps. And honestly, if you're Tsunamis, that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from winning there and you're like, all right, guys, you know, Landslides, they haven't lost yet and stuff like that. We got first round, and the second game happens, and you're like, all right, well, at this point, you just got to be like, all right, guys, we're better than this. Let's just full reset, and hopefully we just play for round 3, and you just got to do your best to basically even it out mentally to go into that third game with as levels ahead as possible.
Now, before we go to break, I'm going to put you on the spot, Red Hots. Who you got in game 3? I got to know.
I'm saying Landslides.
I don't know. I have to agree with
Sorry.
you. I don't know how you can pick against it. You just 13-0'd a team.
Yeah.
It feels like the Landslides are on top of the world. We're in the grand finals. It's our first ever game 3. I did not think this is how we'd get there, by the way. I did not think we'd get a 13-0 in the grand finals, and that would cause a game 3. That is like the last thing you ever predict. But we're going to take a break here. It's our first ever grand finals game 3. The Landslides just dominated behind. The Tsunamis have some fight left in them. We're going to Haven. We're going to crown a champion after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
to this broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. For the first time ever, we're heading to a Game 3 in the Valorant Rumble. Fish and Red Hots here in probably the most crazy way ever. Tsunami struck first on Ascent, a very good game, 6-6 at the half. They end up winning 13-9. Landslides come back in a way that only they can. 13-0. First ever perfect game we've seen on stream in the Esports Tower. 13-0 in Game 2 of the Grand Finals on Bind. We now head to Haven, and the question has got to be, Red Hots, if you're a Tsunami's player, how do you recover from losing Game 2, but losing it in a 13-0 fashion?
I mean, it's definitely a hard topic to bring up because, I mean, a lot of times you're like, oh, hey, well, you know, guys, just go next game. But it's like, you know, we are getting crushed. But I think the biggest thing is they did take a game off from the first game. It was no fluke. There was no anything like crazy. They didn't cheese them or anything like that. They won fair and square. And so the biggest thing is you have to like somehow call back to that first game and be like, yo, we did beat them. We can do it again. But the biggest thing is like finding out that one variable that made it such a big swing for that 13-0 and what you did the first game to kind of figure out that thing and cling to it. That should be your focus for the third game coming in.
We are going to crown a champion here. The Landslides have finally lost in the Rumble, but they've never not won a championship. We'll see if they can get another one here, head off to the BFC for the 8th time, or if the Tsunamis can get it done. And, I mean, we talked a lot about the Tsunamis for the Landslides. I mean, what do you think the biggest difference was between Game 1, which, as you said, was a respectable game, it was a close game, it wasn't like there was any cheese, and Game 2? I mean, what do you really put the difference to, Red Hots, if you can, for the drastically different results we saw in Game 1 and Game 2?
I think Landslides just basically plays with a lot of confidence. I think the biggest thing was like Memphi also swapping to that Reyna. We saw the Cypher coming back out for I forgot his name.
Zed Evan.
Zed Evan, that's what it was. Zed Evan. We saw Cypher play. He plays an A site, which is interesting. You don't play against that very much. I think they were more so on the comfort picks again. We saw Nobsek or whatever. He was on the Sage, which was crazy. We didn't see him on Sage before. I think he did a fantastic job. I think they had a lot of confidence coming in of, hey, we know we can beat these guys, and let's just play how we play. And they played very aggressive that map especially well. And I think that was the biggest thing their success.
Well, let's give, we've given everything we can to Tsunamis. Let's give the Tsunamis a reminder of Doc's keys to the game, because after getting 13-0'd, you will take all the help you could get. That is focus your angles and flank, know your win conditions, count cards to call abilities, or you can just sum up the game of Valor in one simple bullet point. That is click heads. It's all presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You can match with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. For the first time ever, Game 3 is here in the Esports Tower Rumble. Tsunamis and Landslides. We're going to Haven. Landslides made a statement in Game 2, and I don't even know if statement's the right word. 13-0, tied the series at 1 apiece. Both teams have been impressive so far, and for, as I said, the first time in history in our Rumbles, the championship will be decided in a Game 3. And I think you and I are both in agreement, Red Hots. I think we're both picking Landslides, right?
Yeah, I think as it currently stands, yes. However, it's not saying that Tsunami doesn't have a chance, of course.
No.
It's just after that last game, it's quite kind of skewed one way at the moment.
Outside of like the hardcore Landslides fans or friends or family, if there's a neutral party who watched both games and says, yeah, I'm taking Landslides, yeah, I'm taking the Tsunamis, you're just a liar. Like, no one watched the team get 13-0 and be like, I want that team. I mean, again, nothing against the Tsunamis, because Game 1 they totally earned. I would not be surprised, and I think you won't either, if they end up winning. It's just
Absolutely.
I don't know if I can, I can't put my dignity on the line for the Tsunamis right now. Well, we're ready to hop in game whenever we are set to go. I am excited. Let's get to Haven here. Landslides and Tsunamis. You think the Tsunamis will lock their comp in as fast? Because in Bind, they locked in that comp. I mean,
it's already locked.
Formal is we got a swap, though. Formal is Kawar and Kexkin have all changed. The Landslides are full locked already. They're ready to go.
Oh, yeah, they're ready to go.
They're saying we're running it back.
I mean, if you think about the character, like the agents they play, though, Haven kind of matches that for the most part. They have Cypher take. They have the Astra for the smokes. The Sage kind of holds B a lot of the time just because their wall's so annoying on this map. But this is an interesting map because there's so many different ways to play this map. Like, Haven is such a unique map in terms of it has 3 sites. There's so many different ways to take sites. There's so many different ways to defend sites. So I think Omen is a very good pick on this, but I think the one thing on this map also that I want to kind of see from Agi is a little bit more aggression plays. Using that paranoia, like the blind more to your advantage. I think it has a huge radius and it covers a lot of ground. So I think if you kind of use that more aggressively and get a couple kills off bat, or at least misplace them, that can do a lot of damage on Haven. But I think other than that, like Astra is just really hard to deal with. I think the biggest thing for the Tsunamis. I think he's doing a great job of having a lot of smokes, and they don't know if they want to push the smoke or wait the smoke out. So a lot of just overall like double takes, I should say, right?
So the one swap we got is Kexkin is now on that Reyna as well as Memphis. So we'll get no Jets at double Reyna, which is an interesting one. Maybe.
Yeah, I always thought Jet was actually really good in this map. This map has really good op spots because you can swap it up so much, but you have so many good angles to hold that they always have to go through. And having your dash, you can always, basically, especially on this map on like an A take, she can get a kill like straight off the bat and then just dash away and hold the second angle that they have to go through again.
Memphis getting aggressive once again. 1A long.
Concealment. Concealment.
They kind of know they're coming in hot here.
That dog, I think, did see Memphis.
Caught in the utility.
Oh, Memphis does get the heal back, does get blinded, getting full push.
Memphis takes 2 down.
Ooh, Zed Evans just lands on top of him.
One enemy
1v1 scenario here.
Spike
Oh, you
down
got
A.
Prestige versus Kawar, some of the best players you've seen. Prestige picks it up.
What a play by I mean,
Jumps out of
I
heaven.
laugh at it, but that was actually genuinely a good play. But, man, he came from the ropes. Like, he had the bow out and everything. Right? Look at this. Like, he just jumps on top of him.
Would have been better if he would have knifed him up there. Just you come flying down
You
with
love
the
the
knife.
knives.
That would have been great. I do love the knives. Especially they show off the butterfly knives they bought. They might as well use them.
Yeah, the knives suck, though.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
Oh, we do have an Ares coming out here from Prestige, it looks like, or it was Formal. I can't remember.
I'm surprised it's not on
Oh, Prestige, yeah.
Zed Evan.
Oh, I think he ended up swapping it to him.
triggered.
Ooh,
Oh, they're just going for this garage take here. There's a lot in there.
Camera gives him a
Yeah,
ton of info.
Zed Evan has a lot of utility here, though. Oh my gosh.
Prestige gets one. Prestige gets another. Solix gets one.
Okay, 1v2 in the first 10 seconds of the round here, and we are planning the spike here.
We turned Garage into a team deathmatch. Oh, Memphis looking to push. Kawar's trying to fake the plant. Looking from that.
They do see him. They just got to play a little slow here.
player
Okay.
Wow.
Although Memphis did get a good chunk of him down. Yeah. Yeah. That was a great try.
That was a crazy. Look at all these corpses.
I mean, the thing was, it was like a back and forth. It was like, all right, peek, we shoot, peek, we die, peek, we shoot again. So, I mean, it was crazy, but it looked like the terms of the guns were actually all the difference there for the 1v2. And this is where Landslide is going to have the bonus from last round, whereas Tsunami's going to full buy here. This is a big round for Tsunamis to win. I think they need this not only just for like score-wise, but big momentum here. They have not won a round in effectively 15 rounds now, so they need something to get it going.
Think about that. Oh, Prestige with the Marshall. Can't quite land it. Aji gets the first pick. By the way, talking to round 3 ult, how about a round 3 Killjoy ult?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's up for Kawar. Don't know. I was thinking maybe they might
I don't
jam
think they use it here. Enemies on eco, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Good try.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to dominate it. I was wondering, they even had it last round. Maybe you just throw it in the
Spike
1v1.
planted.
Yeah.
Make them panic. Oh, Snazzy's looking for a great pick. Tabernacle
Last player standing.
already aware that, knowing that those landslides love their lurks, Memphis and the Sheriff here had some insane Sheriff play. I don't know if he can 1v5. Any kill would be better, though, just to deny that eco.
They just went with all Sheriffs and the Marshals. Their Sheriff game today has been nuts.
Oh, I don't know if you want to challenge this if you're the Tsunamis.
I think you just gotta go do something here as Memphis, though. I think it's worth it to at least go in for a kill. You're saving a Sheriff, and you're losing something for it, right? You lose more money and stuff like that.
Oh,
So.
Kawar.
Good try.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. He had to use. I was thinking he was looking for a pick, maybe hoping someone would kind of
Yeah,
just
I think
exit
that's
out
my guess too.
into B. Great comeback there from the Tsunamis. As you mentioned, I mean, I'm sure that number in their head, too. You know, somebody's thinking, like, wow, we've lost 15 rounds in a row. Like, that's just how this game has gone. So they do end up coming back. They're in a great spot, eco-wise as well, if they win this.
Yeah. I mean, that was a huge round for Tsunamis. Seems like Zed Evans got some interesting trip setups here. Can't just dash through them with Jet anymore, so it's kind of hard. I do like the camera where you can kind of throw it in the top left over here. Yeah, just
right
like
there.
that. Oh, yeah, you can do it in the actual thing, I think, like the actual building there. Ooh, Memphis is holding this angle. People do not check this more than half the time.
It did flash.
Oh my gosh.
He's there. He still sprays down Kawar, gets the healing, and gets out.
Okay, he got the moving headshot, but we do take that. Nonetheless, they did the kill after all. Prestige just has a big flank here, but I think he's just kind of holding their exits right now.
Yep. Oh, Prestige is going to get an insane lurk. He probably needs his team to push up.
I think he's just holding him, though. I think he's trying to contain him right now. He's not really trying to flank yet.
Yeah, he just wants to keep him there. If they can maybe push out with Snazzy, oh, he could get a great pick onto Formal if he checks there.
I think he heard him jump down. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Great job.
Goes for the flash.
He's just going for him. Oh my gosh, Prestige. Okay, try there.
Does stop the three-piece.
Yeah. Hexagon, if he can just push.
He pop
Solak
Empress here in a
here.
1v3 and try and just kind of outgun him.
Yeah. I think that they're doing a great job of just holding him down here. And yeah, I like that. He just move forward to not make sure you don't get flashed. And you take the round. Great round by Landslides overall, I think. The one thing I will say is if you do have a Killjoy in this map, I think you should more than likely always be setting your turret up defensively because it's so easy to flank on this map. Like, in an area like right around this corner over here is just nice to have your back for it because it'll always at least let you know if someone's coming around. Because even if you shoot it, you know that someone's at least over in that area. And you're not really using it offensively too much, so I think you should. That's the biggest thing. So you're gonna have like your. You always have your spawn covered here on Haven, just because there's so many ways for them just to straight up run through the middle and come find you.
That's something Landslides love to do. It's one of the things that teams have struggled with is that lurk. We saw Prestige do it now. Looks like he's going to throw that dog out. It immediately gets taken care of. The Kexkin gets annihilated. Zed Evan picks up one more before they both go down on that C site.
I mean, they end up going 3 for 2 now, though, so they have a 3v2. They have Empress up for Memphis, though.
Doesn't even get a kill. He runs right into 2. Snazzy now in a 1v3. Probably needs a miracle here.
Snazzy's been playing pretty well here, so it's not completely out of the question yet.
Look at all the angles being covered right now by the Tsunami. Recons. Well, that's going to make it even harder.
Yep. I will say, Tsunami's C take on this map has been great. I think when they basically just hold that W key and just go on the site, they do a phenomenal job. They cover every corner. They're using their utility pretty well, and there's like no chance for Landslides to even have that defense, even with the Cypher on that site.
I mean, they started out with 2 great picks, and it looks like they're going to opt for a bit of an eco here for the Landslides.
Yeah, it seems like both times they've won them now. They've been on that eco the last 2 rounds because they had last round they bought. I think the round before that they ecoed. So now they're back to that eco cycle here. If see if they can keep going on these rounds. Snazzy does have a shorty here, just kind of sitting here. I like this play. Yeah, pushing the smoke is definitely ambitious, but
I think he was banking on the dog not seeing him.
I don't think it saw him. That's my guess. I don't know.
It looked like Kexkin knew he was there. Maybe
also, I like this KJ ult. They've kind of saved it for a couple rounds here, so they really want to make sure that even though it is an eco, you do need to use that ult to try to get some pressure to make sure you win this round for sure.
Yeah, and you also just have the option for more Killjoy ults. Like, oh, Solak, the air is up in heaven, gets 1.
I'm out of stuff.
Blind there.
Oh,
reloading there for Kexkin.
There is a Hunter's Furia, which is what they're banking
Yeah, I'm guessing that. I like this wall play. At least get to half. Yeah. I think. Also, don't hit your teammates. Just sit.
Do not run that into your teammates.
And I think it's just over. Yeah. I like the wall.
Okay, Solix.
So the thing there is you have the shock dart lineups, then you hit him with the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, we've seen some really good lineups from the Tsunamis, especially Kawar.
There's literally a lineup exactly for that right spot, right where Sova had there on Elong.
I'm surprised we didn't get the Sova lineup and potentially even maybe a Killjoy lineup with the Molly.
I will say, I've played a lot of Sova in this map in general, and I like a lot of lineups, and he has some really, really fun shock dart and recon dart lineups on this map. It makes it super annoying, especially since you have a lot of situations. Oh, wow, okay. Kawara said, yeah, I'm looking at that spot too.
And here the Empress also come out from Kexkin. Zed Evan waiting to see if they're going to come from Garage.
They're coming in hot at this point.
Recon, Dark,
So they're going to shoot through, do a lot of damage to Zed Evan here. Memphis does get a pick onto Formal, though.
11 HP for Zed Evan.
Nice
Got the back. Prestige with
That's a great shot.
We're just trading back and forth right now.
These rounds have been very high pace.
They're going to plant, looks like B.
They do have a wall. I don't know if they're going to use it for this one. Oh, Kyle using utility.
Got it very low. It's a 1-on-2 now.
Oh, that does flash them, actually. That was interesting.
Almost. Look at the HP for Prestige and Snazzy, both at 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay, sure.
Yep.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Oh, so the animation didn't go away, so I was like, he didn't put it down, I don't think. But all right. I love these rounds. I'm not going to lie. I kind of just like how both teams are just kind of going forward and just willing to trade. And honestly, it's just kind of going in the favor of Landslides for the most part, even though right there it was a 3v2 scenario, and they just play that phenomenally together with Prestige and Snazzy.
I mean, 2 bullets away from
Both
turning
of them,
that. Yeah, that was almost impressive for Kexkin. They did get the op back. I think they handed it over to Memphis again. We do see an eco as well from the Tsunami, so this should be relatively easy for the Landslides, you would think, to make this 6-2.
Yeah, I would hope so. And I think next round's going to be a pretty big round. Prestige is just doing a fantastic job. They're going to drop the Dissipate here from Astra. Basically just kind of saying, hey, we're at the gun advantage. If we just know that you have to go through the wall, it's going to be a lot harder for you guys to play.
To give the alt orb over to Kexkin.
Yeah, I think they're just going to wait this out, though. That's my guess.
Yeah, there's no need to push through. They even have the Sage alt in case someone does get taken out, save their gun. Tsunami's just looking for a pick or two here. A win would be great, but even just a pick or two to deny some of that eco. Kexkin, you got to peek that corner.
Oh, my gosh. These Sheriff kills have just been phenomenal tonight.
I did not think he was actually going to peek that corner. Aji's even going to get the plant down. Oh, never mind. Baited me out. Now going to go for it.
Imagine? Okay, no. Imagine like double faked you.
Just like, I don't want to plant it here.
Zed Evan wants to do another, actually just throw some elbows from the from heaven there. Oh, does get a kill, though.
It's a great pick on a Kexkin. Memphis has the op. Seekers do come out there for Prestige.
Memphis is playing this. Oh my gosh!
I don't know if that was necessary. It's all up to Aji trying to reload.
I think at this point it's still going to be still going on.
Giving up 2 kills though.
They've won a lot of rounds in a row now, so they do have a lot of eco to spare.
And they saved the op.
Yeah.
Very aggressive from Memphis.
So in this situation, we know that, I mean, honestly, these rounds are close, right? They're not really like shutouts by any means. But the biggest thing is Tsunamis now have eco'd, eco'd again, and now they lost that one, of course, but they're going to have a full buy this round. I think this is going to be one of the biggest important rounds of the half. If they lose this one, it kind of makes it harder to get that momentum for you to kind of have the confidence for that half, right? So I think this is a big round for Tsunamis. As you can see, they are going back to their C strat where they kind of just run straight to C and try to just take the site by force. Cool lineup here by the Sova.
Great little
That's a pretty cool
lineup there. I'm surprised we didn't see Memphis holding C with the op.
Squar does get a pick onto Solik there.
In the mid, too. That is.
Yeah, he did the same thing last round, by the way. Or
he
2 rounds ago.
That exactly.
Yeah.
Prestige gets 1, immediately makes it a 4v4.
Agi
Aji already got on
there
the
we
site,
go.
though.
That's a great aggressive play there by Agi.
Get that plant down. Memphis going to have to come from garage with an op, and Kawar's right behind him.
4v2 or 4v1 now, I should say. And they should be able to just close this one out, maybe? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. That's actually huge from Shazzy. They don't have that much eco. Like they just used their eco there, and now they had 3 down there. And so I think they have most people actually can buy again. So hopefully that does help. But phenomenal play here by Tsunamis. I think their C take is very strong.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's why I would expect Memphis to be holding that C, because that C take is so strong. Of course, they have a lot of ways to smoke off the op, but it's like if you can get a cheesy first pick down C.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think they're just going to do it again. I mean, honestly, at this point, you just do it until it doesn't work.
Kawar 15-6, looking for another pick.
If they also, if Tsunamis wins this one, this is huge because this is Landslide's basically last round of non-eco, and they won't have money after this if they lose.
Prestige hanging over there. They kind of know.
Oh, Seeker's coming out.
There's the Seekers from Tsunamis. They know Prestige is over there.
Oh,
Great
nice
pick on the
shot.
Zed Evan. Does get
Kexkin.
blinded. Has to use the ghost, but not able to. Shot by Prestige there.
Good trade.
Shoots the guy behind him again. Poor Aji.
Oh, close. I think Sexy's low. Solek, sorry.
Is that the res, potentially?
Oh, nice shot. Kawara's doing a fantastic job of holding mid down.
Kawar's just farming Solix
Yeah.
right now. It's just absolutely farming
really
him on
is.
repeat. Oh, Memphi with a great pick. Kawar's behind him. Oh, Snazzy's going to rotate in. They ain't going to give up their position. Are they going to... They're going to forget about Kawar?
Kawara does have a flank here. I like this play.
No.
Does get him behind here. 1v2 scenario here for either of them. Tabarnakas is coming in. Good spray.
Oh, the attacker Killjoy goes down.
Yeah.
It's a great aggressive play. I don't think.
I mean, they know this is a really big round, though, because if they win this round, it's really hard for them to landslides because, exactly, the landslides now loses their eco for the last 2 rounds because they just used up their winning, basically their winning eco the last 2 rounds, right? So I think now they're at a severe disadvantage. They have to eco here. And now Tsunamis, I think, honestly, is in momentum for this half. They have 2 rounds to go. And what do you think that the Tsunamis are thinking here?
I mean, I think it... I want to just say just keep shoving C until it stops.
Yeah.
They do have finally relocated. They have finally relocated Zed Evans to C. That makes that a lot harder to take.
Yep.
I'm honestly, it just feels like that last round in particular kind of shows me that maybe the landslides are a bit flustered because they just totally forgot about Kawar and Garage and let him get a free
Kawara
double.
is actually just tilting. Oh my gosh! Like, so Kawara literally has the entire mid range to himself. Although he gets 2 judge kills here for Prestige. Prestige said, "Hey, we are losing, but I'm still not out yet."
They took out. That was
Well, not
Memphi
losing,
with the
I should say,
Empress,
right?
by the
Oh
way.
my gosh.
There's another judge kill from Solix.
Okay, they're just. I like this econ round here from landslides.
They can get a.
They have a 3v1 here.
I wish they
Good
had something
kill.
on A to pinch this.
They do. So what's this one?
Yeah, Snazzy. Oh, I meant Snazzy. I wanted from where Snazzy is. I
sorry.
wanted to pinch it from where Snazzy is
Yeah.
coming from. Oh, double judge. Oh, Solix gets one. Aji gets.
Oh my gosh, that was close. Honestly, the one thing I really like in Valorant specifically is when people are at eco rounds or disadvantages in terms of weapons, they come up with creative ways, stuff like that. They 3-stack into short, and then they basically just kind of hold that with a judge, get the picks, and go from there. That was a huge play from Prestige, and allowed his team to honestly win the game from, or win the round there from that eco.
Honestly, the biggest thing for me though, even though Tsunamis lost that round, is Kawar has complete domination.
They're definitely
You cannot peek mid on a Killjoy with, not even with an op, just with a Phantom, just absolutely dominating that side.
Yeah, I think Tsunamis is also going to go for C-Long here.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, they have to. It's been working too well.
It's only Zed Evans,
They
I
do have
think.
2 this time and 1 in Garage, so it seems they are pretty stacked for this.
I mean, but Kawar can easily get that pick mid.
Yep. There's no way they're picking mid after the last 2 rounds.
Prestige is about to. Does get the flash onto Kawar. Another flash.
Oh,
Finally.
great with the flash. He'd use the utility to make sure Kawar
Can't just, you can't just ego peek Kawar
Yeah,
in mid
exactly.
anymore.
Yeah, he's ready. He got the angle.
They're immediately going to swap over to A,
Yeah, they're
potentially.
kind of playing this B. They're falling back right now.
Memphi Sol formal with that Guardian.
Oh, like the fall from the wall. Wow. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's someone else.
They got revived, but they immediately come in. Solix with a great hold on that revive. Hunter's Fury does come out. Tabernacle.
Nice.
It's huge. It's a huge turn.
2v2 now, though. Oh, snazzy.
Zed Evans got to get in range for a neural tech.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There it is. There we go. Oh, he had the angle, but Zed Evan takes the shot first. Snazzy did a fantastic job holding it there. That's huge. They had the resume. Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad for sure. I think Tsunamis... I think it's just basically they do better when they kind of just have a plan pre-round and they stick to it. Right there, you kind of see they try to go see someone gets picked, and they're like, all right, guys, let's try to rotate mid. Kawar doesn't get a pick, and it feels pretty hard. But I think overall, it's definitely not over yet. But landslides definitely have a big time, basically advantage right now.
Yeah, it felt like the attacking strategy, as you said, for the Tsunamis was when it worked was push C. Kawar will get a pick on Garage or in mid to free up mid, and then we'll just shove C with the rest of us. That's a tough ask for Kawar to basically do that for now 9 more rounds.
Absolutely. And they're just going for this A take here.
Ooh, a couple shots do come out onto the dog. Memphi leading the charge. Another dog does come out, so they know Formal's back there.
Memphi's deep.
It's a great peek. Solix gets another headshot onto Formal.
Good wall. Nice.
Should get a free spike plant here. Nobody's up in heaven, though Kawar is rotating up there. Nice peek from Kexkin. Solix gets one, though.
Trades. 2v2 scenario, but they have two very low here. Prestige is very low on the side of landslides, and now it's a 1v2 scenario here. Woo! Fantastic job by Tsunamis. These rounds are crazy.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of fast-paced rounds. Kawar picking up a double from heaven. I mean, look how low they are, though. They're both in the red.
Yeah.
That was not a dominating win by any stretch.
No, not at all. I mean, look at the Tsunamis' health bars were absolutely just holding on by a thread there. But they did win it, so it's a big round for Tsunamis.
No, they did catch Solix while they were healing up as well.
I mean, the one crazy thing is these retakes / plants are just nuts. The bomb seems to be planted, and like instead, like they're kind of recollecting, but like they're already there, and they're just holding forward through like the corridors. Like it's just there's no stopping for either team right now.
Even with Formal struggling right now, the Tsunamis probably favored to leak into 8-6 as Memphis trying to sneak up on that alt orb, just gets taken way too low.
Oh my gosh,
the
turret. No turret kill.
We've seen a lot of turret kills. Oh, Solix can't land a single shot with the frenzy, unfortunately. Does get blinded as well.
Oh, through the wall. They are just going crazy on these guys right now. That's what I want to see from Tsunamis right there. They played extremely aggressive on the defense round. They knew it was an eco round. They knew they had the guns. They just could play confident, and they just got to really show them, like, hey, like, you know, we can play from any angle as well.
And that was, I feel like, the landslide's getting a bit sloppy there. Just, I mean, Memphis dying to the turret, not something you see all the time.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I do think it's a hard round because they are an eco, so.
True. He's trying to get the alt orb, though. I mean, that's
yeah. I mean, it's a good try. I think it was a fine attempt. I mean, Landslide still have the 2 rounds on him. It is 8-6 now. Tsunamis won last 2 rounds, so it is hopefully keeps being a close game here.
Oh.
We always like them. And
Spikes
wow.
down. Attacker
Tabernac is off the
Oh,
rip.
wow.
Does
And then
get
he hits
traded
him through the wall. It's trading. Great job there.
Looks like we might be looking B, which nobody is there for the Tsunami.
Find one.
2 of them now going to rotate over from that A side. Nice Lear does come out there. Prestige. Oh, saw one of them go behind that B site.
Great smoke there by Omen, really making it hard for them to push through right there. Hits him with a blind too. Oh, I think someone pushed out on the left side cubby there. And Memphis.
He's trying to find a kill through that smoke. Kexton could get a great rotate through garage, just holding that angle down. Snazzy does not have the spike, but could set
has
up
the
nice
sight.
Yeah, has the sight. Ooh. Kexton rotating over. This is going to be a huge 1v1.
Oh, nice shot.
It's a great headshot. Here comes the rest of them. Zedev should get the plant down, though, in a 3-on-3. Be able to pretty much smoke off any of those power sites.
It is a 3v3 scenario here, so it's very, very doable in terms of each side coming from them.
Yeah, it looks like one up in heaven. Got Aji now on site, and Kawar, he just doesn't leave the mid. Doesn't want to leave that garage area.
Here it comes here.
blinded.
Does blind one.
Stops the defuse.
One enemy remaining.
Huge win. I'm assuming Kawar is probably having some issues because they still have not moved.
Yeah. Or they're just saving. My guess, saving?
I mean, but they didn't even help their team attack.
Yeah.
I feel like, hopefully they're just saving. That's
Missing pause?
That's
if they're still DC'd or something? I don't know.
That's an ego moment for sure. Like, I'm saving. Now you're going to help the team.
I mean, maybe if they had nothing else to lose, that could very well happen. I think that actually was the case there. And honestly, yeah, I can see that happening. Where you're just kind of, you have the guns and your team doesn't, so it's like, all right, well, good luck out there.
I mean, they're back.
Yeah.
All right. We 23 at 8.
9-6 now. Some kind of basically buys back and forth here. It seems like Tsunamis only has like one kind of eco buy with that Spectre, whereas the Landslide's kind of a team full of full buys here.
I think it's going to come down to this B side. We've seen so many first bloods in that mid from both teams. That honestly feels like it does look like we do have now a pause has come out. Never mind, we've unpaused. That was maybe just a long 6 seconds. I thought I was losing my mind there for a moment.
Okay, Fish.
There's that spray into garage.
Yeah, these walls have been absolutely just like massacred each round.
Dog does come out.
Scout
You see the
destroyed.
recon.
Ooh, Memphis kind of has a short angle. Wow, he can text just through.
Tabernakis gets taken out.
And they're trading back and forth.
That mid stay out of mid garage, please. Like, just don't go there. Now we're gonna get that rotate over to A. Aji does predict that with almost perfect accuracy. If he can win a gunfight here, that would be
That'd be huge, yeah.
It
Oh,
is-
great blind there. That's what I was kind of talking about. That's great blind into one and then kind of just playing slow, waiting for the other to show.
Finally
Prestige does get the kill, yeah.
Look out.
3 on 2. You do have the Empress in the kill.
I would say, at the moment, these are probably the 2 best performing landslides of these last 2 games here, and so these are the 2 guys I would want alive on my team, if anything. They've been playing phenomenally in these last couple games.
This is a great flank by
yeah.
Kexkin. Prestige now in a 1-on-2. He's got Kawar in heaven. He's got Kexkin coming onto site.
He knows one's on site.
Kawar has jumped down. They fake the defuse.
I like this play.
Ooh, gets caught with the knife out.
I mean, I know what you're trying to do there. You're trying to sneak past just a little bit faster so you can get that kind of flank, but man, that is definitely always kind of a tragic option where you peek around the corner with your knife and then they peek you and you are
tilter.
Yeah. You're stuck.
Just sitting there like, well,
You keep trying to run.
like, they won't. Maybe they won't see me. Maybe they just didn't see me.
You close your eyes, they can't see you.
Nobody can see you if you can't see them. That's all.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you just look at these scores, and I mean,
Can someone get this?
honestly, insane that
Yeah.
Kexkin and Kawar.
Yeah, say
go
Kawari
going.
is popping off.
Now's the time to do it. Game 3 of the grand
I
finals.
say he's definitely showing up. He's trying his best to really hold it down here, and it's a close game, 7-9. It just keeps getting closer and closer. So hopefully we can just kind of see a game even up here.
I mean, we feel like we're going to 9-8, right? The landslides are forced to eco here.
Yep.
You probably need Memphi with like an insane Marshall onto C. Not quite able to find anything there. I don't.
They're out.
I mean, maybe a couple crazy sheriffs. Recon bolt does land onto Memphi.
I really saw Memphi there with the recon drone. I could be wrong, though. I think they saved ults here for next round. I think
Oh,
Empress
100%.
especially, and then obviously the Killjoy ult. I think you definitely want to save that one for next round.
Yeah, I don't think the Empress is coming
Memphi's
out
going
for it.
back for some more.
Oh, might get a peek onto Kawar.
Possibly.
Nope. No damage has been done. Slowest round so far. Finally, the turret starts helping out.
Oh, nice job there from Kawara, and just a spot that no one really expects.
As he does at least get one. Kawar
Oh, give him the ace.
didn't get the ace. Tabernakis stole it. Yeah, that was just the eco disadvantage there for
Yeah,
the
I'll say. I
landslides.
mean, they tried their best there, but Kawara had a great angle there. And is it 26 kills?
28 kills.
28 kills.
Oh.
He is popping off this last game and doing everything in his power to make sure his team has a huge winning chance here.
It's a huge spray transfer onto Solix.
Yep.
With the headshot as well.
And what? It is now 9-8. It is 1 round difference here, and if they win this round, they are caught up here. Landslides should have a bye this round, though, so this is going to be a big opportunity in the game here.
Tabernakis just trying to spray down that mid. I think the landslides have learned that is not the spot you want to be. We do hear the Empress immediately come out from Kexkin.
Seems like there's someone pushing mid a little bit here, too. So that's Memphi.
Formal with a nice flash on the Solix.
He has
Can't
one
quite
more.
find it.
He gets the left side, but I hope he uses one more over here, or they're just going to back out. And he hears that, I believe.
Huge pick
Yeah, so
there.
Kexkin has just been a huge
Uh-oh.
flank here. Oh, so if he got one, he definitely could have reset and kind of got some more going there. But I still think that's fine. He got 2 for 1 over there, but they do have the res. Tabernakis has the Odin, but decides not to just kind of spray through there.
I like that neural theft by Zed Evan off the res as well. Trying to
Kexkin's in the exact same spot, I'm pretty sure, as he was last round.
get Kawar looking
He
for a
has
great
ult
pick.
here. I think he's going to peek early. Oh my gosh. He has ult. I don't think he's going to use it here.
Double swarm grenade as
And
well.
he's splitting them as well.
What?
Spike down, C.
I don't think he's going to get the ace. Prestige is kind
has
of
3, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
No, he has 3, I'm pretty sure.
Or does he have 3? I
Yeah,
thought
he has
had
3.
4.
Because Kexton got 2. I think I already res. Oh. No, you're lied. Yeah, he did ace. Wow.
Kexkin did get 1 because of the revive. That's why he got the ace, yeah. Wow. DD makes 33 now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Kawara is absolutely going crazy this game. I mean, something must... he must have took last game personal.
Well, we talked about the landslides being fired up after losing game 1, and Kawara is fired up after being 13-0.
I mean,
oh, my goodness.
If you think about it, nothing could probably piss you off more than a 13-0 game. If you think about it. After you won the game before. Like, imagine.
You're like, on match point, we've got this.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, we're not this bad, guys. Like, we actually can win. We're not this team, so.
Nope. I went on C. They're all avoiding Kawara's wrath.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them.
Ooh, Solix with a nice
Yeah,
Marshall
that's a fantastic
headshot.
shot there. They are in an eco here, and Memphis does get a kill as well. That's huge. They have a 5-on-3 here with an eco round.
With Seekers coming out as well.
Yeah. Agi hasn't.
At the battle
Yeah,
Seekers
so I
and
think it's
multiple
gonna wait for the team.
members.
I think they have to wait and just kind of play this with Killjoy ult.
Did get a little bit of damage onto Memphis. Oh, Memphis barely dodges
If he can get Memphis here, that's a pretty big deal. Yeah, so that's huge. Okay, now they have a 4v3 scenario here. They do have 2 ults here.
Zed Evans also a sliver of HP. This is basically a 3v3.
He doesn't end up going for the recon dart.
Healed a little bit there. Killjoy ult pretty much just forces him off site. Uh-oh. Almost finds this onto Solix. Actually does. What a great Hunter's Fury from Tabernacles. That just turned the whole round. Dog comes out.
One enemy remaining.
Kawar, of course, picks up the double kill.
Wow. Yeah, they had more. You had to eat a lot of time.
That was an insane Hunter's Fury.
Yeah,
wow.
It almost looked like he was genuinely had wall hacks there.
It did. I mean, look at this. He knows exactly where the Killjoy
And
ult
the craziest
ends.
thing is the third shot.
Look at this.
Like, what? That was wild. If that happened to me, I'd be like, huh? But, I mean, once again, Tsunamis now take the lead for the first time in the game.
I mean, we've talked so much about Kawar. That was a triple kill from Tabernacles that round.
Yeah.
Finally, I mean, all Kawar needs is just a little bit of assistance. He's got 35 kills. Somebody else.
I mean, that is true. He's just spraying through. Tabernacles is, I think he just took the bad end of that trade, though.
He has taken a lot of
Just
damage.
a little bit more left, but
There's Kawar. Another headshot onto Solix.
he's like, yo, I'm still right here, guys.
Dog does come
He had to go
out.
mid back for a little bit of round or two, you know?
They didn't work coming C.
Oh.
Great challenge by Prestige. Kexton, though.
Nice
immediately
job
turns
with
free.
the kind of shift form. I think people don't use it enough, so it's always nice to see. It is a 4v3 scenario here for Tsunamis, and it looks like Landslide is going to be kind of rotating to this A play, it seems like. They have the open site for the most part. I think there's one on there, but I think that's probably their best chance in terms of best chance to take the side on.
Yeah, and it is Formal, who has played well, but has not had the greatest game.
Yeah.
So maybe you get a pick
He's been
there.
doing his role, though, I think. Honestly, he's a lot of flashes and stuff like that.
A lot of
so.
Seekers. Oh, this is going to be a great
He has
battle.
2 flashes up here for this, though.
Prestige and Formal. There is the Empress coming out from Memphis here. Now we're in a 3-on-3. But Kawar and Kexkin are alive, which are the 2 best players for the Tsunamis.
Spike planted.
Huge pick from
I'll say
Kexkin there.
huge.
Where is Kawar? Looks like he's going to be right
Just gonna
behind him.
smoke. I like this play.
One enemy remaining.
Man, Kexton said, I'm not waiting for your ult. I'm going through.
Ooh, Zed Evans, Odin pick onto Kawar. Probably
I
the
like
most
this angle
14.
here. Really, I think he's going to have him on this angle. It's going to be really hard to see. Oh, he's jumping down. Oh, 16 HP for Agi. That was close.
Wow. I mean, that 16 HP is the difference between 10-10 and 11-9.
Yeah, and honestly, the fall down scared me. I feel like he had a really good angle there, and he wouldn't expect it, and he falls down, and honestly, he almost just goes into the fire of Zed Evans' Odin there.
Yeah, I think if he holds this, there's no way Zed Evans gets a spray transfer in time. Just, I think, underestimated how big those boxes were. I don't think he intended to fall off.
No, I think he did because he had like a full animation of like holding the key all the way down.
That's fair. That is
Backwards,
fair.
right, or anything. If you'd have been like right or left and he kind of did that, sure, but it was a straight back.
It's an interesting angle to give up, but 11-9.
Oh, Agi kind of, I think
Getting aggressive here. I like that.
he saw him there, so.
Might get I don't know if he's going to peek Memphi on the adult orb. I don't think so.
Oh, Agi does get a pick, though. That's huge.
On to Memphi. Here comes Zed Evans, who has that neural theft. Nope, just going to actually bail out, go towards that mid, but guess who's in garage? It's the man with 38 kills. It's Kawar. Now over towards that B site. It's a scary spot to be if you're Prestige.
Kawara holds down mid. There's no one who gets through that.
They're going to go over to C now. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is close.
I don't know if Snazzy heard him.
I think he has a utility over here, but.
Solix almost peeks it.
Oh, man.
4 HP. Kawar ends up surviving with absolutely turns the game.
And then now he gets the sky heal. And just like that, it's a 5v2 scenario here.
Great flank by
And
Texian.
the Tsunami are now 1 round away from beating the landslides in the first ever
Match point.
Grand Finals, first game 3, and the first time the landslides could possibly lose. That they're in, of course.
And I think it's also our first ever 40 piece.
Yeah. He has 40?
I believe he's sitting on 40.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully we get a scoreboard flash, but I believe he's sitting on 40.
This guy turned, I mean, Kawara turned it up. I mean, this game, he sat mid and just got kill after kill after kill, and then he went, like, he held C until they stopped going C, and then he went back to mid, and it's like, you can't get away from this guy.
His turrets have picked up a couple kills.
Oh, Memphi, that's a huge pick at the beginning, yep.
That is. They are going to immediately pop the Empress in response from Kexian. Seekers do come out as well. You get a kill here. Maybe Zed Evans can throw down a neural theft.
I think he got a decent amount there.
Recon drone does go out.
Yep.
Kexian's Empress half over. Hasn't really seen anyone. Probably a panic Empress there after that first blood, it feels like. The dogs going to run into each other.
Scout destroyed. Hawk out. Blinded.
One flash lands. I don't think he saw Solix in time.
I think they should wait maybe for the team to kind of gather, look for the retake. He used Astro Smokes already.
Siege is pretty far back. He's looking for a flank from mid, so this is a 4-on-4 right now.
If Formal can get a pick, it's huge, because then you have Seekers, and that makes it a lot harder for the round. Memphi, yeah.
Great one there. Kawar, though, this is the man of the hour. Zed Evans, there's one for Kawar. Only
He
took
has
a little
ult.
damage.
Oh, huge flank there for Prestige. Hey, taking out Kawar, I think that's worth.
Oh, Tabernac is still low health.
Oh
I
my
thought
gosh,
Zed
that's
Evans was
close.
going to lose to him there.
Yeah, see, if he got that, that's pretty big.
10-12 in game 3.
So the game is definitely not over yet. We still have a lot to play here, and landslides are showing that, hey, we are not out yet.
Yeah, if Kawar gets that flick onto
I think they
Prestige,
actually win it for
yeah,
sure.
They throw down the Killjoy ult. They force him off. Of course, the scoreboard gets flashed while we're in a replay, so we cannot confirm if he has 40 kills. 39, my bad.
Okay,
so
he's one more.
1 away from 40. And if you have to assume if the Tsunamis win, he's going to get 40.
Formal has 1 kill. Ooh, that's a little rough.
Hey, when your teammate has 39, who cares?
He's taking all the kills. True, he's taking all the kills.
Yeah,
Hard
kill
agree.
stealer. Kill stealer.
Formal's flashing for him for the kills, right? Yep.
Exactly, yeah, don't question it.
You hit him with the... You wouldn't get those kills if it wasn't for me.
Formal's got that. If somebody checks these sewers, Formal can easily pop off.
Landslides are the exact same thing to them last half, so hopefully Formal can get a couple here with the judge if they decide to go through there.
Memphi and Snazzy are going to peek this. Oh, the dog gives him away. But look at Aji. Aji's going to have a great angle on this. Does get a blind.
Oh, Agi does get one. Okay.
Nice turn.
Oh, wow.
Solix picks up the double kill, though.
They didn't have the main. They didn't have long covered.
Oh, I like that neural theft coming out from Zed Evans.
Yeah.
Here comes Kawar from C. Nobody is wanted to mess with him. Memphi gets the plant down. Going to force a retake. Get that Killjoy ult in range, though. You easily can have a retake of your own.
I think they save it for next round.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they go for the win next round for sure. If they have the eco. If they don't have the eco, I think you kind of use it then.
Nice flash on the Kexian. Memphi's holding.
Oh, they are
there
using it now.
Does Memphi have to Empress in response here? Because I mean, you're obviously not going to hold it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's a great pick onto Kawar.
Last player standing.
Solix with the
1v3 here. They do have the Killjoy ult going down now. He doesn't have too much time.
They did get the detain onto Solix. Zed Evans is incredibly low.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Tabernakis versus Solix. No! He missed it!
No, he loses it, though, because he doesn't have enough time. Oh. If he would have stuck that half the first time, because Zedevan didn't peek him, obviously it's hindsight, but if he didn't do that, he would have won the round. But, wow. And just like that 11-12 here on the side of...
Yeah, if he sticks it here.
Yeah, because Zedevan knows it was the one earlier than that. Initially.
Gotcha.
Man, he tried his best, though.
That was crazy. Solix even had a chance to win it there.
And just like that, one game away from overtime here, looking fantastic here in this best of 3. And honestly, I think you just rip Hunter's Fury. They don't have KJ or anything like that.
Looking for something through the wall. Does take a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just fire off. I mean, maybe he's waiting for a retake. Because they have planted A quite a bit. There's Kawar in garage, though.
He is, but it seems like no one's mid right now. Or they have Sage Wall there? No.
Memphis chilling mid. That's about it. Everyone else is going back towards
The
A.
Seekers came out.
Oh, Seekers
They do
did
find
find
them.
Memphis.
Oh, nice. Kexkin does get Memphis. I think through that wall, it seemed.
They do have Sage Rest, but that's such an awful spot.
Yeah, they definitely have that loaded up. Especially as soon as they hit that Sage Red, you should just rip the Hunter's Fury.
Oh,
Well, they see
he's
one
going
here.
for it. There is the wall. Gets the revive. They're not going to use the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go for the wall bang, but I'm waiting to see if this Hunter's Fury to come out here. Oh, he does get on the flank.
That's 40.
Spike down.
Kawara is definitely holding this angle. He does now use the Hunter's Fury. There is a flank coming from Garage if you didn't see it. Yep.
Oh, Memphis gets a great pick with the Empress as well. So going to be able to heal back up, get some of that armor.
Kexkin is holding it down right now. He's making sure that no one gets by after they get through him.
Going over to C now. Kexkin gets one. Kawar is taken out. It's 2v2. Prestige Peaks.
huge.
Aji.
Sad Evan a 1v2 to keep their hopes
the
alive for this
game?
last
No.
one.
Defenders.
Aji with the headshot. Kawar did everything until the end, and then Aji and Kexkin absolutely popped off. I mean, it went to game 3, but I mean, that 13-0 kind of maybe makes me say it's not the greatest grand final ever, but that was by far maybe one of the best games you've seen in the Esports Tower. That was crazy.
Remember you saying you wouldn't bet on the landslides?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I bet on landslides too, but I'm saying, you know,
landslide.
Tsunami showed us that anything is possible even after getting an absolute stomped in a game 2. And honestly, phenomenal job by that team overall. That was a crazy game.
If you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to our industry insights with our featured Rumbles. Recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to store exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. I mean, congratulations to the Tsunamis. Not something I think a lot of people expected. They go to game 3, they pick up the win. I mean, like you said, neither of us picked them to win.
Yep.
It was 8-4 at the half. Like,
Yep.
I felt pretty confident. Like, okay, Landside's going to win. They're going to take care of business.
I mean, I mean, Kawara went crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. He dropped 40 kills this game. A 40 bomb in a game. Granted, I mean, it was a lot of rounds, but 40 kills is actually nuts. He got multiple first bloods in mid, multiple times, honestly, sometimes 2.
Yeah.
Then he would hold C down, and then he would hold B down without even having anything on C but his turret, and it would hold him back. And he just absolutely was like, I will not lose this game. And I think he just did a fantastic job. And Tsunami's did a great job of staying in it, honestly.
I'm going to ask you quite possibly maybe one of the most obvious questions I've ever asked on this desk. Who do you think the ICCU player of the game is, Red Hot?
Kawara for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, his last game performance was just actually unreal.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they all struggled on bind.
Yeah.
I do think I'd have to go back and look. I think Kawar might have either Kawar or Formal top fragged for the team.
I mean, he never
Ascent.
played bad any of the games for
No,
sure,
but
but that
he
last
dropped
game, 40 kills.
He dropped 40. I mean, like, there's no answer. I mean, honestly, like, you know, usually when production makes a choice that's anyone but who I think it is, I'm okay with it. This has to be Kawar.
Yeah, absolutely no chance it isn't.
Absolutely insane. And they had just, like I said, Ascent, they played phenomenally. We're just never going to remember the Ascent game because of what they did on Haven.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, like, I mean, the thing was, Kawara had a really good killjoy, too. Like, it's not just the 40 kills, but his placements in terms of, like, these mollies and stuff like that, these corners that he would keep. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he had a great lineup on Ascent with those mollies. to stop a defuse. Absolutely incredible. Player of the game brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes the team more successful. It's like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. There was not a doubt in anyone's mind after seeing Game 3. Kawar is your ICCU Player of the Week for this Rumble. 40 kills? I don't know how you... I don't know how you do that. I mean, sure, it helped that Formal only had 1, but still, 40's a lot.
That is a lot. I think like the most we've ever seen probably is like 30 on the mark.
Yeah.
But I didn't think we've seen a 30, honestly. But to hit him with 40 plus, like, wow.
And those last 3 rounds, I think they only got 1 kill. I mean, that was 39 kills in like the first, 20 rounds, and then the extra rounds, their teammates. Huge shout out to Aji. Huge shout out to Kekskin as well. Those two absolutely popped off.
Yeah.
But as we prepare to wrap up what has been maybe our best Rumble ever, cannot wait to see how this maybe budding Tsunamis landslide rivalry goes in the future. What are your final thoughts, Red Hots, on an incredible day of Valorant?
I mean, it's just awesome to see a team like Tsunamis, as a fresh team, come into this Rumble tournament and honestly just take it all. I mean, Landslide's looking strong for the entire tournament. They've gotten better. You can see that they've even gotten better through, from their previous championships. And for Tsunamis to come and beat these guys, especially the way they did in a 2-1 fashion after getting 13-0, just shows that these guys are extremely mentally strong, because that is insane for you to actually come back from that and then win like that is just a phenomenal feat. And I think the Tsunamis should deserve all the credit they need, honestly, for that. That was insane.
Well, congratulations to the Tsunamis on winning their first ever Rumble Championship. They looked incredibly strong, and as Red Hots mentioned, that mental reset to get 13-0 and come back and win in a crazy game on Haven is absolutely impressive. They're now our second straight new roster to win a Rumble Championship. This talent, it looks incredible for these players. The Landslides finally have lost in the grand finals. I expect them to come back stronger than ever. We'll see if they stick with that addition of Zed Evans. Was a free agent this week. I thought he played phenomenally at times, especially on Bind. Congratulations, though, again to the Tsunamis. Looking forward to seeing this team throughout the fall season. If you want to find out how to compete in the Esports Tower Rumbles event, make sure you visit esportstower.com/Valorant. Congratulations to all of this week's teams, and I cannot wait. I am super pumped to see how next week goes. Can the Tsunamis continue their rise? Will the Landslides knock them off? I cannot wait for next Monday, and it is going to be an absolutely fantastic show. But we will now close out with the top 5 presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming, and here are your top 5 plays from the Tsunamis' 2-1 win in our grand finals. I do like the Astro Wall just because it actually gets used. We saw, Solik just checks it. Immediately knows they're there. Just get the blind. They're kind of playing peekaboo in that wall. He didn't see it.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Oh my goodness.
Haji's like, dude, can I please, man?
I'll find somebody.
He's not. You don't want to just give over those free guns, even if it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, Tsunami's going to get forced to eco here again. You see the Landslides have a couple of guns they picked up along the way. Solik's getting the first one. Ooh. Nobody's going to see Formal. I don't know if the dog does see Tabernakis. Mr. Mephi was almost there, but Formal the double with the frenzy.
They're going pretty hard. Oh, does get the suck on him. Nice.
One. Formal is planting.
Takes 2.
Spike planted.
Snazzy should be able to peek this. Let's have a couple of angles you got to watch for, though.
Oh, wow. Great job. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Okay. Snazzy said, guys, I got it. Don't worry.
Uh-oh. Almost finds this onto Solik. Actually does. What a great Hunter's Fury from Tabernakis. That just turned the whole round. Dog comes out.
One enemy remaining.
Kawar, of course, picks up the double kill.
Wow.
No damage has been done. Slowest round so far. Finally, the turret starts helping out.
Oh, nice job there from Kawara. And just a spot that no one really expects.
He does at least get one. Kawar
Oh, give him the ace.
didn't get the ace. Tabernakis stole it. Yeah, that was